and welcome to Kearney, Missouri, and it's that time of year. High school football is coming your way. The 2019 season kicks off for your Harrisonville Wildcats tonight from Kearney, Missouri against the state-ranked in Class 4 Kearney Bulldogs. Harrisonville would like to get back among the state-ranked. With a subpar season last year, they are not ranked in the early season poll like they normally are. They're usually one of the top 5-6 teams ranked in Class 4. But that means, hey, this team's got a little bit to prove to itself. And Gary, what a better way than to come up to Kearney on opening night and get a victory and let everybody know that, hey, we're still here in Class 4, everybody.
Well, and I think with kind of the off year last year, a lot of people are questioning that, but I think they're going to find out real quickly how dominant we can be this year. We were so young last year. I know I said it a couple of times. I really hate to look forward and look past a certain season, but I always was, when talking between us, a lot of times I said I really am looking forward to what the future holds for us in the next couple of years. Well, this is one of those next couple of years that we've got, and I'm excited to see what we're going to be able to produce. We did, I thought, very well, as you, I think, pointed out last week in the Jamboree. We started out a little bit slow when we first started, and we ended against a very solid North team and did very well. And so I thought it was a very good production by us, and I think very well led us into this game tonight.
Well, you talked about it. The production got better as the night went on. That's what you want to see when you're at a Jamboree. You play three different teams. You're playing three different Class 6 teams at that, and they got better as the night went on, and that's what you want to see. You'd be worried. I didn't think they looked great defensively against Lee Summit, but Lee Summit has a very good quarterback. And then they got a little bit better against Ray Peck, but again, they were a little bit undersized on the lines against all three of those teams. But then against Liberty North, I thought they showed really well. And it'll be interesting tonight. One of the things I noticed on Kearney's starters, they had three guys vying for the starting spot at quarterback. They went with the sophomore. I like that. Last time Harrisonville went with a sophomore quarterback before last year was several years ago, and his kid named Zach Davidson. You may know who he is. But you know what? They went with that sophomore because they know they can build for the next couple of years as well. So for the Wildcats, they're going to have to get some pressure on him early and try to, get him happy feet back there and let him know that they're coming. So it'll be interesting to see how that sophomore first game starter jitters can be. You had a sophomore quarterback. How was his jitters before that first game?
You'd have never known it, but he had a lot of jitters. I mean, there's no question. How can you not be playing in one of the biggest game you've ever come upon, playing in that game in front of a lot of people? And so obviously, if you can maybe make him get a little bit of happy feet, if you can rush, and we've got some really good defensive linemen and linebackers, if you can make them rush, make him rush, that's going to make it more difficult for him to succeed tonight. And so you want to see that, especially in the first game.
So we'll see what happens. They are christening the rebuild of the stadium here. If anybody's been to Kearney before, their stands used to just kind of gradually go up and not go up very high. They redid the press box and then the upper tier of seats so that you get a little bit better vantage point. And brand new, they were still, when we got here at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, finishing on the roof. So they went to the last minute. Of course, rain didn't help them this week getting it finished, but they did get it done. And we're up here in Kearney for the opening night contest. It's your pregame show right now, brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Stop in and set up an account and take advantage of free internet banking. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with more live on your pregame show from Kearney, Missouri. Wildcats, Bulldogs coming your way next.
Buying a house is a full-time job in itself. Why not take the work out of finding your dream home? Go see Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage Realtors today. Locally owned and members of the community, American Heritage is sure to help you find everything you need in a new home. With insight to local schools, parks, and neighborhoods, they'll match you with everything you want for your dream home. So when the time comes to buy or sell, call American Heritage Realtors at 816-380-6161 or visit them today online at americanheritage-realtors.com.
It's important to have a local bank.
Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Teammates on a football field are a must. That's why Cameron Chenoweth of American Family and Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance are teaming up to give you options in the insurance market. They know you have choices, and they want to work together like the Wildcat football team to make sure you have the best insurance coverage out there. To see what their team can do for you, call Cameron Chenoweth at 816-380-3996 and Lacey Dominick at 816-380-2700.
It's happened to all of us. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Good news, buy your tire at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and you get free flat repair for the life of your tires. Have a bad tire and need a replacement but you don't want to break the bank? Young's can help you with that as well, with a huge assortment of quality used tires. So when the time comes for new tires or a replacement, go to the shop that Harrisonville trusts on South Commercial, a stone's throw from Forged by Fire.
When 14 needs tires, they call Young's. Yes!
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
Go where the grammars go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Insurance doesn't have to be a bad word, especially when all the insurance you need is under one roof. Auto, commercial, life, health, farm, or crop insurance, they have you covered. With a lineup like that, they are sure to be the team covered. So instead of dreading a call to get an insurance quote, call the team that will line up with the best of them. The team at Stafford & Stafford Insurance, located on Commercial across from Holland's Auto Sales.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant, and remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
Has 2 locations to serve you, one in Harrisonville and the north location in Belton. Chances are that means the quality of used vehicle you are searching for is going to be at one of their 2 locations. With several financing options available, Show Me Auto Mall will get you in the vehicle you want without breaking the bank. So when it's time to trade that vehicle in, go see the gang at Show Me Auto Mall and let them show you the Show Me difference.
There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
You need multiple things for a project at home, but don't want to go all over the city to find it? You need to go see Tom and Lonnie Cook at the 38,000 square foot Trade Fair Mall. Over 200 booths with Amish-made jelly, new and used furniture, antiques, toys, and a little bit of everything you can think of. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall can be your one stop for everything. Whether it's your first time to Harrisonville or you have been here for years, the Trade Fair is definitely a see-it-to-believe-it type of place, right across the street from Sutherland's.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto, across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kearney, Missouri. Harrisonville and Kearney set to come your way. Can you tell it's the first game of the year? Because I can't even spit things out of my mouth, Gary. Anyway, we're back here live, and we're ready for an opening kickoff about 15 minutes from now. The state-ranked Kearney Bulldogs and your Harrisonville Wildcats set to do battle. And, you know, Gary, we talked about it a little bit last year. I don't know that we're going to know a whole lot about this team after 4 weeks any more than we did last year. I think we'll know more depending on the outcomes of the games, obviously. But you got 4 games, and this team could come out of here 1-3 this year and be way better than they were last year. They could come 2-2, 3-1. I mean, it's all on the table here early on with these first 4 games. You're at Kearney, you're home against Maryville, you got home against Blue Valley Northwest, and then you're at Columbia Battle. So pick your poison on those. 3 of the 4 teams, all of them are ranked in the state of Missouri. Kearney, number 6, Maryville, number 3, and Battle, number 5 or 4 and 5. And all of them are in a different classification. So really neat to see this schedule early on. And I think the Cats are eager to prove some people that last year was kind of a aberration. It was not the status quo going forward for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it wasn't a normal year, but it was a rebuilding year, and it was one of those rebuilding years that we really didn't have a lot to backfill this with. This year we do. We've got a lot of experience that's going to be playing. You know, if you compare the Kearney offense of this year and the Wildcat offense of this year, the Wildcats have got a ton of experience coming back from playing last year. The Kearney does not. I mean, the backfield, all of their playmakers and stuff left after last year for all practical purposes.
Well, Connery was their big go-to guy last year,
and 193 yards.
and then their quarterback as well was a solid quarterback,
right?
Which was, I believe, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but both of them gone, and they're going with a sophomore quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Let's talk about some. Amu, the quarterback. Let's talk about some keys to the game now tonight for the Wildcats. Key number 1 is just relax. I mean, last year the ball started rolling down the hill and it went fast. We talked about that before we went on the air. You know, they got a touchdown in 5 plays to start the game. We had 2 plays and we turned it over on a fumble. They scored like 3 plays later. Next thing you know, it's 14-0. Early on in that football game, and then it just rolled downhill from there. Again, younger team last year than it is this year. So, you know, the first thing is let's relax. And we're going to get to the rest of those right after this as they're getting ready for a national anthem. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back.
Everyone needs a kickstart at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So go see the team at Sonic of Harrisonville to kick away those afternoon blues with an ice-cold soda full of caffeine to kickstart that energy. The best part, 2 to 4 p.m. is happy hour, so you can kick away the cobwebs for half price. And while you're at it, don't forget to grab an afternoon snack with some cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers. Also, go to the4ts.com and sign up for the Wildcat Kick Contest. So kick away those afternoon blues and get to Sonic today.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place. Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn in Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kearney, Missouri. Your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Stop in, set up an account, and take advantage of free internet banking. We were talking about some keys to the game. We didn't want to interrupt the anthem, and some people probably wonder why we don't play the anthem. YouTube is really particular on copyrights, and for some reason, the national anthem comes up as a copyrighted telecast or a copyrighted song, so we don't get to play the anthem because of that. But we're about 12 minutes or so away from the kickoff. Let's get back into those keys of the game. Our first key is obviously you just got to relax out there. Key number 2 to me is quick start for the Wildcats. Maybe get out there. I would even think about if I win the coin toss, take the ball, see what you can do offensively, and show Kearney that, hey, we're here, we're ready, we're ready to roll.
Yeah, but think who the head coach is this year. He's a defensive-minded coach, and you know defensive-minded coaches want to usually take the ball the second half. I agree with you, though. It wouldn't be a bad thing for us to get the ball. We've got the experience this year on offense. We're playing away from home, but we've got the experience. So it would be a good thing to be able to get the ball and take it down the field and score some points right off the bat. I am kind of interested. I haven't seen it since midsummer. Who our kicker's going to be and who's going to be kicking extra points? But that's probably not one of your keys tonight. So
no, and my last key tonight is play smart football. Limit your turnovers, limit your mistakes. It's the first game of the year. Everybody's going to have some mistakes, but the team that limits all of those mistakes is going to be the team that comes out at the end of the night.
Well, look at last year. I mean, like you were saying a while ago, 2 plays of fumble. This is Harrisonville's first several series. The first series, 2 plays and a fumble. The second series, we were going on a drive. We got down into Kearney territory, but we went on 4th down. So after 12 plays, we were on downs. And then the next series, 3 plays a punt. Next series, 5 plays an interception, and the next 2 punt. And so they scored on virtually about every one of those series because at halftime it was 39-0. And so I like the opportunity of us going down and scoring right off the bat and taking it to them at their home field.
Well, and that goes back to the whole looking at the first 4 games of the year. We may know a lot more about what the Wildcats have got going on after these first 4 games, even being 2-2 or 1-3, if these are a lot different outcomes than last year. And like we said, it could go from 0-4 to 4-0, And I have a good feeling that this year is going to be a lot different than last year. They found themselves a quarterback. They're solid at that quarterback. River Riley got some time behind center in some important games last year. 3 district games, the Odessa game as well. So I believe that this is going to be a totally different looking team this year in those first 4 games. And, you know, hey, the team out there with nothing to lose tonight is Harrisonville Wildcats. I think a lot of people think, oh, maybe they're in the middle of a rebuild. They switched coaches late in the offseason. Harrisonville, these kids, and this comes from a lot of the coaches, they've never seen a more driven, determined group of senior-laden kids that want to prove people wrong.
Oh, absolutely. And I was just over on the sidelines just earlier this evening before the game talking to the coaches, and they're saying the exact same thing. The amount of energy and support and leadership coming from the seniors has been tremendous, especially after the change and everything else. So I look forward to good things. You're right. They have nothing to lose tonight.
And, you know, you talk about that, the leadership and the nothing to lose and the way that coaches go about it. We talked about it a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember when we went up to Grain Valley. We'd gotten beat by Grain Valley earlier in the year on a last-second play. We went up there for a district championship game. Not a whole lot of talk, real quiet on the Wildcat sideline. They were there like it was a business trip, and they were going back and forth, not saying anything. Grain Valley was out there hooting, hollering, carrying on, getting all excited, and I saw a little bit of that tonight starting off here. A lot of loudness on the Kearney side from the Kearney players, whereas the Wildcats felt like they were here for a business trip. You can be too hyped. We saw it. Harrisonville came out early against Grain Valley in that game. I'm not saying it's going to happen tonight, but it could possibly happen again tonight. So we will see what happens here as we're about 7 or 8 minutes away from your opening kickoff, and it's your pregame show brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Stop in, set up an account, and take advantage of free internet checking. Let's run down the starters for your Wildcats. Brought to you by Harrisonville's best lineup for insurance, Stafford and Stafford Insurance in Harrisonville. Your specialist for tonight for the Wildcats, your skill position players, I should say, Jace Reynolds, Carson Crowley, going to be in the backfield, along with quarterback junior River Riley. Kennedy Atkinson will be a split in. Bryce Percival out on the outside, Braden Tarwater as well. We'll see some Josh Pesic in the backfield as well for the Cats. Up front, Brody Rogers, Carson Graff, Jacob Poisel, Trevor Campbell, and Ethan Murray for the Wildcats. So those are your starters, brought to you by Harrisonville's best lineup for insurance, Stafford and Stafford Insurance. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this with your opening kickoff and coin toss. You're watching Wildcat Football on 4Ts.com.
When it comes to your vehicle's maintenance, we know you have plenty of options. Sometimes so many options can make it hard to find an honest, reliable automotive shop. That is where Quality Auto Service and Repair comes in, with a commitment to providing customers with honest, quality service at reasonable prices. Our technology and expertise provide you with the best car care imaginable. We take pride in diagnosing your vehicle correctly and getting you back on the road quickly. We are family owned and operated since 1995. For an appointment, call 816-380-7267. Quality Auto Service and Repair, building relationships through automotive service. It's who the Davidsons trust for auto repair.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small-town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
This is Gary Davidson, and if you're looking for an honest, reliable heating and cooling company, look to where I look, Sherwood Heating and Cooling. Owner David Vogt has 25 years of industry experience and has been in business the last 10 years in Garden City. They're a Carrier equipment dealer and can provide ductwork, design communicating equipment, and thermostats for new homes. Not to mention servicing all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners in the Bates, Cass, and Henry County area. Whether you're looking to upgrade to a more efficient equipment like me or need something repaired, give Sherwood Heating and Cooling a call at 816-862-6610.
There is no better way to get in touch with other business owners and potential clients than joining the Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce. Come to monthly networking events and grow your business and make new friends. The Chamber is booking now for booths at the Log Cabin Festival October 4th and 5th. So give Bing and the staff a call today and get signed up for all the fun. 816-380-5271. Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kearney. Coin toss is going on right now. Brought to you by Hawthorne Bank. Take that extra coin into Hawthorne and start a savings account today. Finishing up the pregame show here, brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Kearney won the toss and has deferred to the second half, so the Cats are going to get the ball and get ready to roll.
If you'll turn me on, Chad. A couple of noteworthy things for tonight. We do have several people that are out that won't be playing this evening. One you may have noticed whenever he was given the starting lineup for offense and defense. Colby Knowles will be out this evening. Drayden Polk will also be out, along with Brian Garlock and Keegan Rowe. So if you're looking to hear some of those names, they will not be playing this evening for different reasons. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that.
So we are getting ready for football action. And the Wildcats are going to go from the west to the east. And from the east to the west will be the Kearney Bulldogs in this first quarter.
You spent that whole time while I was talking because I saw your mind turning. You were trying to figure out, is this north, south, or east or west?
No, I could see. It's honestly, it's kind of turned a little bit, but nevertheless, we usually have north-south stadiums. We got an east-west one today. And the Cats, as I like to say, will be going from your right to your left on your screen. From the left to the right will be the Kearney Bulldogs. Kearney is going to kick it off to your Harrisonville Wildcats as we're set. The wait is over. The preseason is done. College football starts tomorrow. They had some games last night. High school season kicks off tonight. Next Sunday, the Chiefs kick off. Gary Davidson, it is football season.
My favorite season of the year.
And football is a season.
It is a season.
There's not a fall. It's football season. So we're ready for some action. Percival and Tarwater back deep to receive it for the Wildcats. As Kearney going to kick off from their own 40. Looking through the list, I don't see a kicker listed here. So I'll see if I can get a number there. Kearney with those purple numbers on the black jersey don't do much for some people up here trying to see.
It's like 91.
91 is the kicker. Parker Snyder set to kick it away. And we're underway from Kearney. Tarwater going to take it from his own 5. And here we go. Up to the 10, tries to get to the inside, and Kearney all over it at about the 12-yard line. Nowhere to go for Tarwater, and the Cats going to start deep in their own zone, led by junior signal caller River Riley. And here come the Wildcats offensively. So we are ready for football. Cats without their number 1 receiver from last year, Colby Knowles, out with an injury. So we will see what the Cats go with early on here. Tarwater and Atkinson, both very capable wide receivers for the Wildcats. And we have a whistle. And now the play clock will roll. Crowley in the backfield alongside Riley. Riley looking to pass wide open over the middle. Tarwater to the 30 and tripped up big. Chunk of yardage for the Cats and a first down. And that's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down after the 15-yard completion to Braden Tarwater. And the Cats move it up to the 29-yard line and a 1st and 10. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So here we go from the 29. Riley under center, wide receivers everywhere. He's got 3 out to his left, 1 to his right. Running back next to him in the backfield on 1st and 10. And Riley going to hand it off right up the middle to Crowley, and Crowley going to get about 3 or 4. Bring up a 2nd down for the Cats. Quick 4-yard jump. We'll see. That looks like they may almost get 5 on that, so they're going to give them 4. Be 2nd down and 6. For the Cats from about the 33-yard line. Play comes in from the sideline. Another thing to watch this year is the 40-second play clock for both squads. Cats going to flip-flop. They have 3 wide receivers to your right side. Lone wide receiver out to this side. A little quick pass for the Cats, and a forward they go. Close to another Wildcat first down. See who that was on the far side. Cecil with the completion. It brings up 3rd and short for the Cats. Just underway from Kearney. 10:25 to go here in the first quarter of play, and the Cats have a 3rd and 1 from their own 38-yard line. Kearney fans trying to get behind their squad and force a 4th down here by the Cats. 3 wide receivers to your left. Riley under center. And Riley going to hand off for Percival. Percival gets to the outside, dives, going to have a first down on the far sideline. Thought Percival might have took off a step quick, but there was no flag on the play, and the Cats are going to have another first down up to the 40-yard line, and that is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 1st and 10, Cats from their own 40. 10 minutes to go here, first quarter of play. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Riley in the shotgun with a running back next to him in the backfield. Going to hand it off this time for Crowley, and Crowley going to crash forward for about 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats.
I like this drive.
Very good opening drive, and this we go back to those keys to the game, Gary. Limit your mistakes and see what you can do here on this opening drive. Even if you don't get points out of it, and let's say you have to go to a 4th down, just don't turn the football over here. 2nd down and 5 for the Cats. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Tarwater and Atkinson out here to the left side. And Riley looking to pass. He's still looking. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got Atkinson tipped around and incomplete. Good coverage by the Bulldogs there. Brings up a 3rd down for the Cats. 3rd and about 5, and a whistle and a timeout on the field. And not sure.
Equipment issue.
So it'll be a 3rd down for the Cats here from their own 44-yard line.
Incompletion brings up 3rd and
So you got to feel like if the Cats don't get a first down, they will kick here, but you never know. Nevertheless, they've got a couple of first downs to start this drive and looked pretty solid on this drive. Reynolds in the backfield alongside Riley in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers near side, left side. And here we go on third down. Reynolds has a wide open field to the 50, tries to get to the outside to the 45 and down to the 43-yard line. And that's going to be another Wildcat first down on a 14-yard scamper by the sophomore running back into Kearney territory down to the Kearney 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 9:07 to go here in this first quarter of play. And the Cats are on the drive, this opening drive down to the 42-yard line of the Kearney Bulldogs. 3 wide receivers split out, near side, left side, shotgun by Riley. Riley looking to pass. He's going to throw it down the sideline. That's Cecil on the far side, incomplete. Could have been offensive pass interference there, but it was not. So that's 88 Andrew Cecil.
But that's going to open up the shorter passes. I mean, that's a third pass that we've gone kind of deep. So it's going to open up now those 5 and 10 yard passes, which is going to be good.
And it's keeping the defense loose, and you see them gashing them in the middle for yardage like Jace Reynolds just did a while ago. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3 wide receivers left side. All alone on the right side is Cecil. Shotgun formation. They're going to pitch it to Reynolds. Reynolds cuts back, finds the running room all the way down inside to the 35 to about the 34-yard line. They're going to bring up a 3rd and 2, an 8-yard run by the sophomore. And the Cats still driving here. You got to feel like you're 4-down territory now when you're inside the 40. You're inside the 35, actually. 2 downs to get 2 yards. I think that you're in 4-down territory at this point.
You would probably think that, or you could play field position. It's whatever. But, I mean, this is a 9-play drive already that we started at our 12-yard line. So you got to be happy with this, especially starting on the road.
2 wide receivers off to your right side, 1 to your left, back off the end. And they're going to go right up the middle with it for Reynolds. And Reynolds going to be close to a first down, but he's going to be short. Going to be a yard short. Going to bring up 4th and a yard here. So Cats, they're going to roll with it here. Bring in Crowley. Also, Carson Miller coming into the ball game, the extra tight end here. You got to feel like maybe the Cats go under center this time. We will see here on a 4th and short.
Tarwater's going to be under center, I bet, because he's probably going to be either punter or under center. So that's what we're doing right now.
So it'll look like a kind of Wildcat formation, but Tarwater can run the ball, and he does right up the middle for the first down. And the Cats move the chains again down to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. First down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. If you want a good opening drive by a high school football team, you're watching one right now. 7 minutes to go here. A 5-minute drive so far here in this first quarter of play by the Harrisonville Wildcats down at the Kearney 30-yard line.
I hadn't seen that. And all the stuff we've watched, I hadn't seen that until I saw Riley go out and then Tarwater come in.
So a 3 wide receiver set out to your left again. They're going to fake the handoff over the middle, wide open. Tarwater, another first down to the 20-yard line. And the Cats move the chains again with another first down. Troby's getting their money's worth on this first drive. That's a Troby's first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances right off of Plaza Drive into Highway. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center right behind Hawthorne Bank.
5 first downs, 12-play drive so far.
Now you're into the red zone down to the 19-yard line. And I like the calmness of River Riley back there at quarterback. He's directing traffic. Hey, guys, we're going to the other side. And the Cats going to call a timeout and talk things over with 6:16 to go here in this first quarter of play. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats on the drive here from Kearney. Check your email. That thing is on there. It should be on your email. Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. 1st and 10 for the Cats at about the 19-yard line. Cats on the drive here, a drive that started at their own 12-yard line, Gary. 12 plays later, the Cats are all the way down inside the 20. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 3 wide receivers, 2 to your right, 1 to your left. Shotgun for Riley. Riley looking to throw. Throws that little wheel route behind Crowley, but Crowley breaks the tackle. Going to get a couple of more yards before he's cut down. Got to about the 17-yard line. A little behind. You want that wheel route. You want it to go in front of your receiver, Gary. That one quite didn't get in front of his receiver, but nevertheless, it was positive yardage for the Cats. Just a yard, but it was in the positive direction. 2nd and 9 from the 18 for the Wildcats. So 5:40 to go here. Half the first quarter is over, and the Cats are still with the ball. Kearney yet to touch it here. 3 wide receivers right side, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Riley. Going to go in motion. They're going to give it to Percival. Percival tries to get to the outside. Cut down at about the 21, and a flag comes in. Could be a hold on this backside as well by the Wildcats.
Penalty flag on the play.
So that'll push them back. That'll be if that's a spot foul, that's going to push them back to their 34-yard line. So if it goes all the way back that far, it'll be 2nd down for the Cats. Be 2nd and just outside of Smithville now for the Wildcats, as that was one of those tricky spot foul holds that was 5 yards in the backfield. So it'll be 2nd down and long all the way back to the 34. Limit mistakes. That was a problem for the Cats last year. Mistakes at the wrong times. Right there, that pushes them back to the 34. 2nd down and long now for the Cats. Riley rolling out, looking to pass. He's got his man sideline and complete up to the 24-yard line. So the Cats get 10 of it back right there on the far side for Cecil. And, being at the Jamboree last week, Gary, I don't know if he dressed out or not, but we did not call his name one time. And I don't remember it from last year either. And he's been a key cog on this drive so far. 3rd and long coming up for the Cats.
Well, keep in mind, though, that with Colby being out, he is taking that spot. So the progression is going to probably – some of those plays are starting with him.
So shotgun again, Cats looking to throw. And Riley going to throw it a little bit too far on the wheel route to the far side. It'll be 4th down. You got to think the Cats are probably going to go for it here because if anything was an indicator, Gary Davidson and I sat down on the 2nd day of camp towards the end of July and watched what was the Wildcat kickers at the time. And I don't know that we got a kicker on the roster that can bust one from about 45 yards out.
No, and if you kick it out, if you get out of the end zone, you're only going to gain 4 yards. So you might as well take your chances and try to get 14 or 15 here.
So a 7-minute drive. This could be huge for Kearney, a momentum boost for them if they can get off the field without giving up any points after a 7-minute drive. 5 minutes to go here, first quarter of play. Riley fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Sacked in the backfield at about the 33-yard line on the blitz. And Kearney will take over on downs at their own 33-yard line. So a 7-minute, 5-second drive, or 7-minute, 5-second drive comes up zeros for the Wildcats. Now, if you're the Wildcats, you got to answer back on the defensive side of the ball, and we're going to get our first look at the sophomore signal caller, Ian Acosta, for the Kearney Bulldogs. So Acosta comes out there, has Laughlin in the backfield with him, kind of a pistol formation, wide receiver to your left, to your right. They're going to go in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, go right up the middle with it. Cats right on top of it after about a 3-yard gain. Poisel with the tackle. Going to bring up second down and about 7 as Laughlin goes right up the middle with it. Fritz was in motion on that one. So second down and about 7 coming up for the Bulldogs here from their own 36-yard line. Cats come up empty on their opening drive after 7+ minutes. 2 wide receivers, your right side, 1 to your left. Pistol formation again, Acosta. He's going to go up the middle again, and Laughlin going to have close to a first down. The near side judge. It's like they're going to say third down and about a foot for Kearney here. Again, Poisel on the tackle for the Cats, and it'll be, well, they are going to say it is a first down, so they gave him enough yardage here. It'll be first and 10 up to the 43-yard line. 2 wide receivers go to the left side this time, pistol formation. And again, Laughlin and nowhere to go. Cats coming off the end. And I believe that was Hagan Stevenson off the end. First one there for the Wildcats.
You know, and I was going to say, at this point in time.
Sorry, that was Kyron Beavers off the end was the first one there, and they lose about a half yard.
I was going to say, at this point in time, it looks like they're going to run, so I would make him beat you with a pass right now. I would load the box because obviously 32 is their main guy, it looks like right now. So I would make the sophomore quarterback beat you with a pass.
So second and 11 coming up. 2 wide receivers near side, 1 to the left side. Back off the end and a pistol formation with Laughlin behind Acosta. He's looking to pass, nowhere to go. He's chucked down, sack up the middle, Colin Carruthers. This junior linebacker with the big stick. And it's a Wildcat sack back to the 30-yard line. That'll lose about 10. It'll bring up third down and long for the Kearney Bulldogs here. So third and long, Acosta back there, 2 wide receivers out to his left side. He's looking to pass and nowhere to go. Looking to set up the screen. He's going to throw it tipped up and incomplete. Fourth down coming up for the Cats. And there is a flag at about the 30-yard line. That's a hold. I'm imagining Cats are going to probably call that one off.
Ineligible downfield.
So it'll bring up a fourth down, I believe, for the Bulldogs here.
You know, one thing early on, when I was talking to the coaches, that they said their defense is going to be strong, and I think we're seeing that right now. Obviously, you're up against a younger defense or younger offense, but they've been very strong here so far.
So they got an initial first down, nothing else doing, and that's going to bring up a fourth and long for the Bulldogs, and they're going to have to punt it away. Punter stands at his own 15-yard line. Remember, kick contest, the Sonic kick contest is in effect. Cats return a kick or a punt for a touchdown, and somebody will win a free Sonic gift card. Our contestant tonight, Paul Saffel of Harrisonville, Missouri. Kick off the end of his foot. Cats got to get away from it, but not a very good kick at all. Now here comes that dreaded walk back by the official on the sideline. They're going to mark it out at the 44-yard line. So the Cats will take over from their own 44. Sorry about that, Paul, but you don't get a kick return that time. Remember to sign up online at 4Ts.com. Jerry is working on that sign-up sheet as we speak. Paul Saffel is our contestant tonight. It is first down and 10 for the Cats from their own 44-yard line here. No score in the first quarter of this one. So there is a water break on the field. We will take a quick we'll actually keep it right here with you as we were kind of jabbering a little bit. 2:34 to go here, first quarter, no score. Cats with a long 7-minute drive, and they're getting the ball right back. See what the Cats offense can come up with this second drive here. Again, limit the mistakes, try to get into the end zone here, Gary.
Well, had it not been for a penalty, they would have, if everything would have worked the same, it would have been a first down. We'd had 3 or 4 more downs to go. So, hey, it happens. I mean, this is the beginning of the year. You're going to have a few mistakes. I think when we were standing here before the game, we saw a Misha representative walk by, so we knew there was probably going to be some tight maybe calls this evening. So, which is not a bad thing. You'd much rather start off that way than loose and then have to tighten it down at the end of the year.
Atkinson and Tarwater are going to be flanked out to your left side. Your right side will be Cecil and Percival on the inside. Shotgun formation for Riley. Riley going to hand it off for Reynolds. Reynolds goes right up the middle, going to get 3 and then add a couple more to it after initial contact up to the 49-yard line. About a 4-yard gain for the sophomore running back. Brings up second down for the Cats. Right by midfield, just to the bottom side of that big block K out there. I missed the block H too, Gary. We were talking about it pregame. We said we wish they'd bring that block H back. There wasn't a whole lot to it, but it was the block H, and everybody knew what the block H meant.
It was Harrisonville.
So here we go, shotgun on second down, and out to Percival. He's got a first down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. And that'll be a Cat first down. Think Troby's first. When you think home appliances, that's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. First down. Cats into Kearney Bulldog territory down to the 37-yard line. 1:51 to go here, first quarter of this one.
That's the 6th first down for the Cats. Only 1 for Kearney up to this point in time. And we've basically going to have it the whole first half. The whole first quarter, excuse me.
First down and 10, down to the 37-yard line. 3 wide receivers left side this time for the Cats. They're going to pitch it to Reynolds. Reynolds is into the secondary, inside the 30, switches his hands down inside the 27-yard lines where he's going to be marked down. A 10-yard scamper by the sophomore, and that'll bring up another first down for the Wildcats. We're waiting. Officials are talking it over here, and it is a first down. And we got a whistle on the field. Now the clock will roll. First and 10, Cats down to the 27-yard line. Good mix of runs at the right time along with the passing game early on, Gary. First and 10, 3 wide receivers left side. Now they're going to switch to the other side and set things up.
I love this.
And Riley going to call it. He's going to go right up the middle with it. Reynolds gets inside the 25, knocked down to the 24. And another 4-yard chunk. They're going to say 3 here, just a little over 3. Going to bring up second down for the Cats. I just like the body language of River Riley at quarterback. You don't see any excitement. He's just directing traffic. It looks like he's been calling plays since he was a freshman in high school at the quarterback position on varsity. He's just cool, calm, and collected, and I like that.
And I'll tell you, last year, those games that he had last year is making a huge difference today.
So second down and 6 coming up. Riley going to hand it off again to Reynolds. Reynolds breaks the initial contact and gets inside the 23-yard line. Gains just a couple. 22 is where he's going to be marked. Third down and 5 coming up. And you know what? I like those 2 runs right there, back-to-back, Gary. They know they're in 4-down territory. So that now you can do about whatever you want on third down here. Even go run it, get a couple more yards here, and you got a 4th and manageable. Just 10 seconds, and the Cats are not even going to run a play here. Cats are going to have had the ball for 10 of the 12 minutes in that first quarter of play, and we're going to go to a timeout. We'll be back after this. No score after 1.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
It's important to have a local bank.
Welcome back to Kearney, Missouri. Kickoff 2019 of the Misha football season. Week 1 in Missouri. Cats controlled that first quarter, but the only problem is they have 0 points on the board, but they had the ball for
almost 10 minutes.
10 minutes of the first quarter.
And 110 yards compared to -2 yards for Kearney. They've got a little bit more. I think they had like 9 or 10 passes compared to about 12 or 13 runs. So it's a good mix of almost 50-50 ball. So I'm enjoying this.
A lot of football left to be played. 3rd down and 5 coming up for the Cats from the 22-yard line. Now going from left to right. Here are the Cats. Shotgun by Riley. High snap, throw, and a penalty flag. False start on the Cats, so they've only had 2 penalties, but I'll tell you what, they've came at not the best times. That'll push them back 5 yards. Will bring up 3rd and basically 10 here for the Cats now to start this second quarter of play. Nevertheless, you're at the 28-yard line. It's probably 4-down territory anyway. See if Kearney goes with that blitz off the right side again as they came quickly last time. Shotgun formation, Crowley back there with Riley. 3 wide receivers to your right. And Riley is looking to pass. He's throwing, and that one was up for grabs and incomplete on the near sidelines at the 20-yard line.
Cecil did a good job coming down with it, just got knocked out of bounds.
So now a 4th down and not in Riley. Let's see if he's coming on. He's over talking to Coach Meeks right now. Play clock down to 20 here. So we'll see what Riley goes with here. You might see a little pooch kick, but you're at the 28-yard, 27. You wouldn't net much if it goes in the end zone like Gary said a little bit ago. Down to 5 on the play clock. And Riley is going to snap it right before the play clock goes off. They throw it to the backside.
Screen.
And a screen to Reynolds. Reynolds is going to have a first down all the way down inside the 19-yard line in a terrible spot on the far side. And it looks like they're going to come up short. Reynolds looked like he had it for a couple of yards there. I wish I had a replay up on that one. And that judge was over there quickly. That judge came over there quickly to call that a non-first down. So, nevertheless, it's 1st and 10 Kearney inside of their own 20 at their own 19-yard line. So Cats, 2 good drives and both coming up empty. You got to start turning those into points. Shotgun formation for Acosta and company for Kearney. And again, they're going to go right back to Laughlin. He's going to barrel forward past the 20, get about 3. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. So 2nd down and about 7 for the Bulldogs with 11:19 to go here in the first half of this one. A quick moving first half so far here from Kearney. Wide receiver flanked way out here to the near side, left side. Wide receiver off to the right, back off the end, under center this time. Acosta, he's going to go I formation. His man is into the secondary, wide open running lane, and switches it back. Down the sideline, he goes out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Laughlin with a big run. And then on top of that, there's going to be a personal foul, I believe. And that's going to be on Harrisonville. They 29-yard line, he stepped out of bounds, and there's a penalty flag down there. So that'll push us down to the 14 for Kearney. So they're going to talk that up. So a defenseless person on the field there. Cats like a crack block. And that's going to push Kearney 15 yards closer. They changed it up, went under center. Cats, I don't know were ready for it or not. And a big chunk of yardage right there by Laughlin. Gained, not sure how many yards on that one.
49.
49-yard run. And then tack on 15 more. Might be half a distance, was inside the. It will be the full 15 down to the 14. So 49 plus 15. Kearney in business down at the Cat 14. A game the Cats offense has ran most of this first half, and they have no points to show for it. Now Kearney a chance to get on the scoreboard here. They're going to pitch it out, and Laughlin cuts back in the middle. First down, or not quite a first down. Going to bring up second down and about 2 for the Bulldogs down to the 8-yard line. So Kearney going to go with another handoff there. They're going to feed Laughlin until the Cats can show that they can stop Laughlin. So another I formation. Smith with Laughlin behind him. Acosta under center here. And they go right up the middle again. Right over the top, and not quite enough for a first down to about the 6-yard line. Brings up 3rd and a yard for the Bulldogs. So 3rd down coming up. They're going to say 3rd and just about a 2 yards coming up. Graf on the stop for the Cats. Poisel from that middle linebacker position's had several tackles for the Cats tonight. 3rd down coming up. Again, that I formation with Smith and Laughlin in the backfield. Acosta under center. And they're going to go right back to him. And again, nowhere to go for Laughlin. Maybe got a yard on it. Brings it down to the 6-yard line. Hagan Stevenson's helmet came off. He's going to have to come out. And a 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be a good a short 2 or a long 1.
It looks like they're going to try for the points here. They're going to line up the kicker, Parker Snyder.
Can't be offsides. They cannot be offsides.
There's the snap, the kick. It is up. It is no good. Hooked it out to the near side here, and the Cats hold. So both teams have had momentum swings here in the first half, and neither one has been able to capitalize, and we're still scoreless from Kearney. It'll be Cats ball coming up. And that's the one thing about those missed field goals in high school. It's basically like a touchback, and so the Cats are going to get it at the 20-yard line. So it'll be Cats ball at their own 20. Kearney is lined up thinking it was going to be about the 10-yard line. So with 8:55 to go in the first half, Cats get the ball back. Going left to right, or east to west. Shotgun formation, 2 to your left, 2 to your right. Riley going to hand off for Reynolds. Reynolds nowhere to go, but spins out of a tackle. It's going to be all for naught. I believe there's going to be a hold right in the middle at about the 22-yard line, and that's going to push the Cats backwards. First drive was great for the Cats. One mistake was that penalty. Second drive, good. They had the 5-yard penalty on a 3rd down. That drive that went into the second quarter and couldn't get the first down. And here they have a hold on 1st and 10. So the Cats have got to cut down on those mistakes.
And that's 45 yards worth of penalties that they've lost. So,
and you had the personal foul that added on to the 49-yard run. So not the most opportune time for penalties for the Cats. Ball back to the 12-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 18 for the Cats. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the left. And Riley going to look to throw. He gets most of it back to Atkinson, down to about the 21-yard line. Cats are not getting good spots on that far side of the field. I'm telling you, it looked like Kennedy was up to about the 22 on that. I was looking to see. It hasn't got there yet. I got the little replay over here. Second down and 9 coming up for the Cats at about the 21-yard line. So they got a good chunk of it back. Second and manageable now for the Cats. Tarwater, Atkinson, Percival to your left. Lone receiver to your right. Shotgun formation for Riley. Near side, blocking downfield for Atkinson. He's going to get all the way up to the 29. Going to bring up third and short after the 8-yard little bubble screen to the wide receiver there. I believe that was Atkinson. It's hard to tell Atkinson and Tarwater apart on the far side of the field over there.
I think it was him. That's who I got it. That's who I gave it to, but it looked like it was to him.
So third and short. Cats have the ball at their own 29. 7.5 to go in the first half. We have no score from Kearney, Missouri.
Chaz Smith is in there wide out on this side.
So Chaz Smith, the other receiver here. 3 wide receivers to your right side. Up the middle they go, and Reynolds barrels forward for a couple of yards, and it's going to be enough for a first down and move the chains.
And, he was always good for that last year. He always past contact, he always got a couple of yards. He was always going forward.
The Reynolds boys are not built tall in stature. Jace is a very tough kid. Wyatt was a good runner as well, but Wyatt seemed to go down a little bit quicker on that first contact. You can see the strength in the legs of Jace Reynolds right there. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, was able to fall forward. Never gets that square hit. To Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center, first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. First and 10 coming up for the Cats. And they're going to go right to Reynolds again. He follows his blockers up to the 33-yard line for a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up second down and 8 with 6:40 to go here in the first half of play from Kearney. You just feel like the Cats are going to bust a big play here, the way their offense have been running in this first half. And you got to think, it'll be interesting to see in the second half if this Cat offense wears down Kearney. They've got the time of possession 2-1 over Kearney.
I think actually 3-1 because they had that big long run, and that's really all they had.
So 3 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left. Shotgun formation. Reynolds with Riley in the backfield. Second and 8. Fake the handoff over the middle. They go to Percival. Comes back and catches it. Complete up to the 46-yard line. That'll be a first down. Kearney thought it was incomplete, and they're going to say it was a completed pass. Good job. We talked about Percival last week being a possession receiver, getting you those catches you need over the middle, and he did it right there for a big chunk of yardage all the way up to the 46-yard line.
I think you compared him to somebody. I don't like that team that you compared him to.
Ian Edelman. So the first down, that's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. 3 wide receivers right side, 1 to the left. Reynolds off the left or right end as well. We're going to look a little screen. No, they go over to Cecil. He completed it inside the 50 down to about the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the catch for Cecil, and it'll bring up a second down and 4 for the Wildcats with 5:20 to go here in the first half, I should say, second quarter of play here. Great offense so far by the Wildcats. They're mixing it up well. They're going out of the shotgun. No urgency. I mean, they just look like a well-oiled machine so far.
Other than some mistakes that they'll need to clean up.
Atkinson all alone on the left side. 3 wide receivers to your right. Shotgun. He's going to throw it out to Atkinson, wide open for a first down. And Atkinson cuts back inside the 40, stays on his feet down inside the 39. That's the first time this year. Kennedy broke his leg in the Warrensburg game last year, Gary. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down, by the way. There is a flag here at midfield. So we will see after they sort that out. Flags have been killing the Cats Oh, that was, I believe, a sideline or unsportsmanlike
No,
conduct. So maybe late hit on the quarterback. I didn't see what happened there. After that, Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down.
They're throwing the ball back, but it should be should go from the spot because they completed it.
But when I was talking about Kennedy, that was the first time I've seen Kennedy. He got 3 guys around him, and there was a couple of them that went low to tackle Kennedy, and that's when Kennedy went down. I think he thought that was the first time maybe he got a little anxious, I should say, tackling down by that leg that he got injured last year. Nevertheless, he got the first down, and then the penalty tacks it on down to the 24. It'll be 1st and 10 Cats with 4:44 to go in the first half. So ball down to the 25, inside the 25 to about the 24. Cecil all alone to the right side, 3 wide receivers out to your left. They look to throw it out that way. Good pass. Is it completed? It is. Right on the far side. Again, Percival with the catch. That was one of the best passes you're going to see a high school quarterback make, Gary. He threaded the needle through 3 defenders and put it only where his guy could catch it.
Absolutely.
So 4.5 to go. Another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Ball down to about the 11-yard line for the Cats. They're going to mark it at the 12, I believe. And here we go. A little pitch back to Reynolds. He cuts back inside. Nowhere to go, though. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd down.
He lost 3. I don't like that because he doesn't get an opportunity to run the pitch that they're doing there.
Well, and it almost looked like maybe a busted play. He didn't see anybody open, and he kind of pitched it that way. So,
well, that's the second time they've done, or the second or third time they've done that. One time Reynolds was able to recover and cut back against the grain. That time they pushed it that way, so he wasn't able to.
Watch Atkinson all alone on the left side. You got your 3 to the near side, Tarwater, Percival, and Cecil. Shotgun for Riley. And Riley going to hand off. No, he's going to throw it on the slant. Might have been picked off. I can't tell. Kearney and
if both of them came down with it, it's offensive ball. So it looked like Atkinson had the ball.
Now we're going to see him. Oh no, they're going to say Kearney football. So in a first half that's been dominated by the Harrisonville Wildcats, they have 0 to show for it. Interception deep in their own territory there. River led him just a little bit too much there on that slant. The cornerback able to cut in there and grab it away from Atkinson. It'll be 1st and 10 Kearney from their own 8-yard line with 3:32 to go in the first half. If you're Kearney, you've got to feel amazing right now the way that Harrisonville has dominated the game offensively so far in this first half. You've got a chance now before the half, when you get the football back at the half, to put points on the board and go into the locker room and get the ball back. So 3:32 to go first half. No score from Kearney.
Atkinson held the ball up when they came out of the pile. I'm sorry, if both the offense and defense come down with the ball, it's the offense's possession. I would like to see the replay, but it sure looked like both of them caught the ball and went down on the ground.
Jerry's going to get that situated in the next couple of weeks. We're going to have some instant replay to be able to check those out. So if you're watching at home and you're thinking, man, I wish I had a replay on that, guess what? Jerry's working on it. 3:32 to go in the first half. Kearney going to have the ball. They're going to go back to the shotgun this time with Laughlin back there. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And looking to pass, batted up in the air and incomplete. Brings up a 2nd down. Brody Rogers, the big senior, breathing down the neck of the quarterback Acosta. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Dangerous throw by the sophomore right there.
And I think we see what's going to happen when he's getting rushed. He's only tried twice, and both times he's thrown it fast, quick. So
pre-game, we said in our keys to the game, you got to get guys on him in the backfield, see how he reacts to those footsteps. 3:27 to go. Shotgun formation. Laughlin back there with Acosta. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. Back off the end. They're going to go in motion. They're going to hand it off around to the end. Kearney nowhere to go. Cats cut him down. That was a handoff right there to Fritz on the far side. It brings up a 3rd and 9, about a yard gain. So 3rd and 9 coming up for the Bulldogs from their own 10-yard line. 3:02 to go here in the first half of this one. 2 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. Shotgun by the sophomore Acosta. And he's looking to pass this time. He's still looking. He's going to go out to the outside. No, he's going to tuck and run. And he gets close to a first down. I think he's going to have it. The sophomore runs for a first down up to the 20-yard line. So the Kearney line not holding up for him at all. The Cats are going to have to find a way to get those stopped. That was a lot of people talk about good quarterbacks being able to extend the play. Acosta did a good job of extending the play for the Bulldogs right there. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers, you're right, in motion. They're going to go with Fritz. They're going to fake the handoff, look to throw. Rogers chasing Acosta, still going, trying to go somewhere, throws it downfield, incomplete on the far sideline. Good coverage by Tarwater across the middle of the field. That was intended for Frakes, and it brings up a 2nd down and 10. So 2:23 to go here, first half. 2nd down and 10 from their own 20 for the Bulldogs. 2 wide receivers out to your right side, 1 to your left. Running back off the right side of the quarterback Acosta. He fakes the handoff. Murray had the pressure, and the ball thrown incomplete on the far side. 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. I want to welcome one of our new great sponsors this year, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. They're in the process of making us some new shirts and a new pullover, and they'll have those next week. But want to give them a shout out for our official outfitter of the Harrisonville Wildcats 4Ts crew. That is C-Squared Custom Embroidery and Screen Printing on the square in Clinton, Missouri. 2 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left. 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. Cats bringing pressure, and Acosta's going to let it rip down the sideline, incomplete. And that'll be 4th down for the Cats.
Well, if it means anything, he is 0 for 6 passing. So he's been pressured. That one was just a haul-out Hail Mary.
What I like about Acosta, though, you can see why they chose the sophomore to be their signal caller. He showed his arm strength there. He showed his composure on that 3rd and long to get the first down by running it. You can tell he's got the flashes. He's going to be a good quarterback.
He's got a little bit of mobility, which is going to help him.
So the punt coming from the 5, Cats stand at midfield. Remember our Sonic kick contest. Contestant Paul Saffel, the Cats can return this for a touchdown. Saffel will win a nice Sonic gift card. Percival down the sideline inside the 40 to the 35 and cut down. They're going to call a helmet hit. They're going to call a targeting hit probably on the far side. Percival with a good return inside the 35. So that'll help the Cats out with 1:59 to go. Kearney sideline didn't like that, but in real speed, that looked like a terrible hit on the far side. And yeah, they are going to call a hit to the head or targeting, and it will be targeting. And Coach Gray did not like that call. He's out there wanting an explanation, but that's going to push it inside the 20 for the Cats down to the 18. The Cats have got to capitalize here. Under 2 minutes to go. Cats have looked great offensively and good defensively, but have no points to show for it here. 0-0 our score. 2 minutes to go, first half. Riley back to pass. He's looking to throw. He throws it up for grabs. Incomplete in the end zone. Almost picked off. That was intended for Tarwater. Scary pass there by Riley. So 1:52 to go, 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cats. Cats have been showing they can get 4 and 5 yards a run. I almost like going with running it here. You know you're in 4-down territory. So we'll see what happens the rest of this drive. 1:52 to go, first half. No score from Kearney, Missouri. Wildcats and the Bulldogs in a Misha Class 4 battle. 3 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. Riley this time fakes the handoff, looks, he's rolling, throws over the middle, complete inside the 10-yard line. That was Tarwater, and that looks like it'll be enough for a Wildcat first down. We'll see. He got 9.9 yards on that reception. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
You got 2 timeouts. You've got all the time you need with 1:20 going and the clock going. You got some timeouts. I would run it here, get it inside, because then you got 4-down territory plus 2 timeouts.
So Riley hollers out his play on 3rd and short with 1:05 to go. And he snapped it to Reynolds. Reynolds inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Cats! 6-0. Good run by the sophomore from 9 yards out, and it's a Cat touchdown. 6-0 Harrisonville. Extra point coming up. Don't see any flags on the play. A touchdown brought to you by Young's Tire and Wheel Center. The touchdown of the tires on the pavement is important to your car. So go into Young's Tire and Wheel Center and have your tires checked out today. Cats show the old swinging gate here. They're going to go in motion. They're going to snap it. They're going to go for 2. And, stuck at the 1-yard line was Braden Tarwater. And it'll stay 6-0 for the Cats with 57 seconds to go first half. So, not the play they wanted, but we'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Welcome back to Kearney, Missouri. Cats strike first in this one late in the first half. 57.6 seconds to go in the second quarter to be exact. They go with a 9-yard touchdown run by the sophomore Jace Reynolds, and they are out in front of the Kearney Bulldogs here in a game they've dominated for the most part here, Gary. You would think there would be more than 6 points on the board.
Well, they're getting better. They were getting better. They ended at the 33-yard line of Kearney, then the 18-yard of Kearney, then the 7-yard of Kearney, and now in the end zone of Kearney. So they were getting better. We just had to have a little bit of time. But, yes, we have dominated here.
Kickoff brought to you by Young's Auto Repair. Kick off the fall with a checkup on your car from Young's Auto. And here comes the Atkinson kick. Good end-over-end kick down to about the 5-yard line for Atkinson. Going to be returned by the Bulldogs up to about the 25. Solid coverage by the Cats there. And talking about good coverage, do you have good insurance coverage? Do you want great insurance coverage like that kickoff? You need to give my friend Brad Sainer a call at Farmers Insurance in the A-frame across from Casey's. Farmers, been there, covered that. First and 10 for Kearney from their own 27-yard line. Just 51 seconds to go in the first half. If you're the Bulldogs, Gary, do you unleash the sophomore signal caller here and let him chuck some downfield? Or do you maybe take a couple of snaps and go into halftime? And it looks like they're going to go I formation here and run the ball, see what they can do. And there's another hole for Laughlin, but it's closed quickly. Even though he breaks the tackle on the far side, He stepped out of bounds, it looks like, at about the 34-yard line. Going to bring up a second down and about 6. Oh, sorry. Second and about 3, it looks like. I thought they initially marked him about after 5 yards, but it's going to be about a 6-7-yard gain. So 43.5 seconds to go.
I think you're going to see 32, 32, 32, 32 until either the end zone or until the time goes out.
Going to go in motion this time. They're going to fake the handoff, go right up the middle for Laughlin. He's going to be close to a first down. Looks like they may mark him at a first down, right at a first down mark. Again, the handoff to Laughlin. So 37 seconds to go. And this time they're going to pitch it back this time for, I'm not sure who that was, if that would look like maybe 11 or 17.
No, it was Laughlin.
So that was Laughlin on the pitch with 24.9 seconds. Kearney going to call a timeout as they get the ball past the 40 to the 41-yard line. 24.9 seconds to go here in the first half of this one. Cats lead at 6-0. I'll be interested to look at some halftime stats in this one, Gary, and kind of see where we're at. A great first half for the Cats. If you have one negative, it would be the inopportune penalties that the Cats have had and then that one interception. So they have had a couple of costly mistakes, but yet they lead on the scoreboard. If you're the Cats coaching staff at halftime, you're going to tell them that. You're going to say, hey, we played a great first half. Let's build on that and cut the penalties from 5 to 1. Let's cut the turnovers from 1 to 0, and let's try to go home with a victory here.
Well, and time of possession is going to be 18-6 unless they give it up here, and it'll be even more than 18. But right now it looks like it's going to be 18-6 in Harrisonville's favor. Yards are going to be considerably in the favor. Other than that 50-yard run, they don't have very much. I mean, they may have 35, 40 yards, and that's it.
So you're going to go back to the shotgun this time. Going to start passing. Cats show blitz, and Acosta nowhere to go. He's chased, and almost a sack right there by Carruthers. Couldn't haul him down, and overthrows the target on the far sideline. Frakes the intended target. Incomplete with 16.6 to go. And a flag at the 40. This may be a hold. Usually it looks like it was a hold. If that's the case, with 16 seconds, overthrow that target. Young signal caller. My opinion, I'm going to kneel it in. I know that's not the choice of the crowd. You may hear some boos if they happen to do that. But at this point, you don't want a late turnover.
They're calling the flag off. They're waving it off for whatever reason.
Okay, so they will wave this flag off. It'll bring up, well, maybe. Okay, so it was picked up. So it'll be a third down and about 7 for Kearney. Ball at about the 42-yard line. 16 ticks to go here in the first half. They're going to go with 2 wide receivers. Out to your right, 1 to your left, shotgun formation, and a whistle.
Procedure.
And a false start procedure call on the Bulldogs.
And, they got to be careful here. If they throw the ball, they're going to have to punt. If they run the ball, Harrisonville can call a timeout. So, I mean, if they don't get a first down, Harrisonville's going to get the ball one way or the other. So,
and, you may go all out 11 guys after the punter. And see what happens. Maybe 10 after it. Keep one guy back in case something breaks through. But so 3rd and 11 coming up with 15 seconds to go. You got to think the Cats might call a timeout here. We will see.
I think if they run the ball, they will, and that's what they're going to do. That
wide open run by Laughlin, and he's down the sideline, drug out of bounds at the 22-yard line with 6 seconds to go in the half. So only 2 big plays by Kearney, but it's kept them in the ball game. So they're going to say it was out of bounds. 6 seconds to go. So we got a whistle, and we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 6 seconds to go in the first half. Kearney knocking on the door.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a fourth-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Welcome back. 6 seconds to go in the first half. 6 seconds to go. Gary and I were just talking about it in the break. They really only got one play here. So are you going to try to throw a jump ball in the end zone, maybe get you a pass interference call? You're looking at a 40-yard field goal. The kicker, Parker Snyder, missed a chip shot earlier as he yanked it off to the left side. So decision time for the Bulldogs here with a 6-0 score with 6 seconds to go before the half. And it looks like they're going to go for it here on 1st and 10. They're going to go I formation, wide receiver to the left, 2 to the left, 1 to the right in that I formation. And here we go. Looking to pass is Acosta. He's going to step forward and throw it down the sideline.
That was offensive pass interference. He was out of bounds. But that was offensive pass interference because he pushed Percival away from him.
They called a touchdown. Again, the same side of the ball.
Yeah. And I guarantee you that's offensive pass interference. And that's exactly what the coaching staff from Harrisonville is talking about.
So it's 6-6. A game that has been dominated by the Wildcats, and Kearney's going to go into the half with a lead here. So here we go with the extra point. It is up. It is no good. Never mind. We're going to go into the locker rooms tied at 6 apiece. We will be back after this.
It's happened to all of us. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Good news, buy your tire at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and you get free flat repair for the life of your tires. Have a bad tire and need a replacement but you don't want to break the bank? Young's can help you with that as well, with a huge assortment of quality used tires. So when the time comes for new tires or a replacement, go to the shop that Harrisonville trusts on South Commercial, a stone's throw from Forged by Fire.
When 14 needs tires, they call Young's. Yes!
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
Where the grabbers go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Insurance doesn't have to be a bad word, especially when all the insurance you need is under one roof. Auto, commercial, life, health, farm, or crop insurance, they have you covered. With a lineup like that, they are sure to be the team covered. So instead of dreading a call to get an insurance quote, call the team that will line up with the best of them. The team at Stafford & Stafford Insurance, located on Commercial across from Holland's Auto Sales.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
What is greater than 1? 2. That's right. Now Show Me Auto Mall has 2 locations to serve you, one in Harrisonville and the north location in Belton. Chances are that means the quality of used vehicle you are searching for is going to be at one of their 2 locations. With several financing options available, Show Me Auto Mall will get you in the vehicle you want without breaking the bank. So when it's time to trade that vehicle in, go see the gang at Show Me Auto Mall and let them show you the Show Me difference.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto, across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
Everyone needs a kickstart at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So go see the team at Sonic of Harrisonville to kick away those afternoon blues with an ice-cold soda full of caffeine to kickstart that energy. The best part, 2 to 4 p.m. is happy hour, so you can kick away the cobwebs for half price. And while you're at it, don't forget to grab an afternoon snack with some cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers. Also, go to the4ts.com and sign up for the Wildcat Kick Contest. So kick away those afternoon blues and get to Sonic today.
At the half, your score 6-6. It is your halftime show brought to you by Suzy Q's Drive-In in Peculiar. There's nothing half about your portions at Suzy Q. Go grab a basket of Suzy Q's and a tenderloin today. We want to thank all of our great sponsors, and we want to say a shout out to everybody back home watching at Forged by Fire tonight on the big screen. Glad you guys are witnessing a great football contest. We got about 11 minutes before we get to second half action. I'll bring Gary Davidson in here in just a minute or two as we are tied at 6-all in this one at the half. And it has been a strange first half, as Gary, I'm sure, is listening to me as we're talking about this. Gary, I feel like Harrisonville dominated that first half. Kearney has got to be elated that it's 6-6 at the half.
Yeah, and you're going to be upset with your Harrisonville on the sideline because it is 6-6. But we dominated the first half, and we can come out and do the same thing. You got to keep in mind we had their defense on the field about 17 minutes, and so in the fourth quarter that's going to make a huge difference. It's going to make a tremendous difference. However, had some people. I was going back and looking at it and stuff. Had one person say that his foot was in, but it was an obvious push-off. I mean, it was obviously offensive pass interference because that's the only way he separated from Percival. And so, therefore, I mean, if you got a foot down, it's a touchdown. You only got to have one. But if it's a push-off, then it's offensive pass interference. So, to be fair about it, he got a foot down. I didn't think he had any feet in, but I did see the pass interference. Enough for me. I like those dissertations because it makes me mad when something happens and it wrongs a team, I guess.
Well, and nevertheless, the Cats have nobody to fault but themselves in this first half. You said it. 17 minutes worth or 18 plus minutes worth of time of possession in the first half of the football game. And you were in their territory multiple times and you only came up with 6 points. So you've got to fix your mistakes. You can't be mad in the locker room thinking, well, we shouldn't have gave up that touchdown at the end of the half. You gave up a 50-yard run to get them down in position, and then you gave up the touchdown. So you've got to fix those things if you're the Wildcats, and you cannot rest and say, well, it shouldn't be a touchdown, because they've got to look at it and say, hey, we should have 2 or 3 touchdowns on the board. You were inside the 20, and you had a holding penalty that took you back to second and forever. Then on another possession, you're inside the 10, and you throw an interception. You do get a touchdown, but then you don't get the 2-point conversion. A lot of things. But the Cats, you got to look at it. You dominated the first half. You got to come out, dominate the second half, limit your mistakes, and you're going to come out of here with a victory. If you're Kearney, the other side, you're sitting there thinking, we just got thumped in the first half of this one, and this is we're tied at 6 apiece. So both teams can look at it as half empty and half full.
Kearney has a total of 147 yards. 95 of it is on 2 plays, and it was the same play. It looks like a counter back across the grain where he was able to cut back and get upfield. So if you take those 2 plays away, they don't have anything. So you're right. Harrisonville allowed them to get within position to be able to throw that 22-yard touchdown pass.
So we got about 8 minutes or so. I'll let Gary go over some halftime stats. Brought to you by the Uptown Event Center, a big space at half the cost. Now booking for the holidays in 2020. The event space across from the old Cass Medical Center. So Gary, run those down for us.
I'm not quite ready yet.
Okay. Gary's not ready. We'll give him a couple of minutes, I suppose. Sometimes, Gary's calculator starts picking up steam. You see it coming off his head because his calculator is his brain, and you start seeing smoke coming out because it's working so fast. But nevertheless, we've had a great first half here. It was a competitive first half. Kearney did what it needed to do, being on its home field, keeping this ball game close. They're tied at 6. At the half, they got the touchdown. When they had to go 70-plus yards in under a minute, they got it done with a big run and then the completed pass in the end zone. So if you're the Wildcats, you've got to look at it as missed opportunities, and you got to make the most of your opportunities in the second half.
Okay, now my calculator's done.
All right, now we'll have our our Uptown Event Space halftime stats.
Harrisonville had a total of 193 yards, 59 rushing, and 134 passing. First time that's been like that for a long time. Leading the way is Reynolds with 12 carries, 56 yards. Then receiving, you've got Atkinson with 4 catches, 37 yards. You've got Tarwater with 3 catches, 37 yards. Percival with 3 catches, 41 yards. Cecil with 2 catches, 10 yards. And then Reynolds had an 8-yard reception as well. It went down as downs, interception, and touchdown for the Harrisonville Wildcats. Harrisonville scored with 57 seconds left in the second quarter, and then Kearney came right back with a big play and then a questionable touchdown to tie it up 6-6 at the end of the half. And so that's where we're at. Unfortunately, now Kearney's going to get the ball at the second half, starting the second half, so our defense is going to have to show up. We haven't been on the field that long. The defense has only been on the field 7 minutes and 30 seconds. And so we should be fresh, we should be ready, and cut down that one play, which would happen twice, and we should be fine.
Absolutely. So we're going to take another timeout. Thanks to all of our great sponsors here on 4T's Broadcasting. You can find us on YouTube at 4T Streaming, or you can find us at 4Ts.com. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more after this.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place. Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn and Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. while you're at it at the Tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
All right, welcome back to the halftime show brought to you by Susie Q's Drive-In and Peculiar. Nothing half about their portions. Go grab a basket of Susie Q's in the Tenderloin today. While we're here at halftime, about 5 or 6 minutes before we get to second half action, it's time for your soccer seconds. This week's soccer review is brought to you by Schroeder Chiropractic. They got your back. Cats hosted Liberty North at home in the first round of the Harrisonville Invitational Tournament tonight. They come up with a 2-2 draw, which means their first game of the year is a draw, and it's 0-0-1 record. So that is the first game of the year for the Wildcats, and I would imagine we got a lot of Wildcat soccer people watching live from home tonight, and hopefully they are enjoying the show. So that's going to do it for our halftime show brought to you by Susie Q's Drive-In and Peculiar. We'll be back with second half action in a few minutes.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial.
When it comes to your vehicle's maintenance, we know you have plenty of options. Sometimes so many options can make it hard to find an honest, reliable automotive shop. That is where Quality Auto Service and Repair comes in, with a commitment to providing customers with honest, quality service at reasonable prices. Our technology and expertise provide you with the best car care imaginable. We take pride in diagnosing your vehicle correctly and getting you back on the road quickly. We are family-owned and operated since 1995. For an appointment, call 816-380-7267. Quality Auto Service and Repair, building relationships through automotive service. It's who the Davidsons trust for auto repair.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Every team has the same characteristics, including having each other's back. That's the motto the team at Schroeder Chiropractic lives by. With 2 chiropractors, 3 therapists, and an amazing office staff, they got your back. They will take care of your aches and pains and have you feeling like new in a warm, family-friendly environment. Schroeder Chiropractic has the community's back as well, being actively involved in bright futures in Harrisonville youth sports. Whether it's aches and pains or getting involved in the community, Schroeder Chiropractic has your back.
This is Gary Davidson, and if you're looking for an honest, reliable heating and cooling company, look to where I look, Sherwood Heating and Cooling. Owner David Vogt has 25 years of industry experience and has been in business the last 10 years in Garden City. They are a Carrier equipment dealer and can provide ductwork, design communicating equipment, and thermostats for new homes. Not to mention servicing all makes and models of furnaces and air conditioners in the Bates, Cass, and Henry County area. Whether you're looking to upgrade to a more efficient equipment like me or need something repaired, give Sherwood Heating and Cooling a call at 816-862-6610.
There is no better way to get in touch with other business owners and potential clients than joining the Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce. Come to monthly networking events and grow your business and make new friends. The Chamber is booking now for booths at the Log Cabin Festival October 4th and 5th. So give Bing and the staff a call today and get signed up for all the fun 816-380-5271. Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
All right, both teams warming up for second half action. A couple of minutes away from the second half. We'll run down some scores of note. Around the Cass County area, Archie trails Crest Ridge 20-0 at halftime. Belton down 12-0 to Ruskin at half. Blair Oaks is up 23-0 over next week's opponent, the Maryville Spoof Hounds. Blue Springs up 27-6. Boonville up 14-7 over Pleasant Hill at the half. Adrian up 12-0 on Butler. Cameron all over Northeast, 51-6. Scrolling down, St. Joe Lafayette pounding Clinton 40-0 at the half there. 34-0 Colcamp over Concordia. Pembroke Hill up 13-0. Raytown South up 14-11 on Fort Osage. That's a shocking score to me at the half. I think a lot of people thought Fort Osage was going to be really solid this year. Of course, we're tied 6 apiece here. Center all over Central, 47-0. Knob Noster 43-6 over Versailles at the half. Roll down some more, 7-3. Liberty North is trailing Lee Summit North. 12-0 Park Hill over Lee Summit West at the half. Warrensburg up 21-7 over Lift for Life Academy. I'm not real sure who that is. Hogan Prep, Lincoln Prep, no score from there. North Kansas City up 21-0 on Grandview at the half. Platte County only up 17-7 on Oak Park at halftime. Ray-Pec all over Park Hill South, 28-0. Blue Springs South up by 10 over Raytown at the half, 21-11. Savannah Grain Valley tied at 6-all at half. Moberly all over Smith Cotton, 35-14. No score from the Sherwood Holden game. I'm waiting for my wife to text me and tell me a score there. 20-0 Smithville over St. Joe Central. Excelsior up 14-0 over Southeast. That was from the first quarter, though. Winnetonka up 27-13. Scrolling down, 49-0 Odessa all over St. Pius at the half. Staley up 21-0 on Truman at the half. West Platte up 14-0, my old alma mater, over Lone Jack at the half. So those are some scores from around the area. We're going to take well, actually, we're not going to take a timeout. Jerry was feverishly looking for his timeout there. It'll be a kickoff for the Cats. This kickoff brought to you by Young's Auto Repair. Kick off the fall with a checkup on your car at Young's Auto Repair. Kennedy Atkinson set to kick it away.
I'll be better this half. Chad was giving me a hard time when we were off the air about some of my comments regarding the last play of the half. So I'll calm it down a little bit, Chad. I promise.
Giving you a hard time. Little squib kick going to be taken by the up man about the 35. Spins out of a tackle and down to the 45. It'll be Kearney ball at their own 45-yard line. I like the play call there. Maybe catch him sleeping a little bit. And Kearney, besides a couple of big plays, has not moved the ball real well. So it'll be short field for them from their own 45 as we're underway in the second half. 6-6 our score. You may have us listening. You may be listening here in a little bit. We may flip-flop a little bit here and have Gary do a little play-by-play. He's going to be our play-by-play guy next week as I will be out of town. On my second game I've missed in 15 years that I wasn't broadcasting the full season. Little throw out to the flats and skips it to his receiver on the near sideline. That was intended for Fritz. Brings up a second down and 10. So a little quick out. Tried to go to the near side here. And my wife, it's 27-0. holding over Sherwood. So 2nd and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And go under center, Smith and Laughlin in the I formation. Wide receiver, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and looking to throw is Acosta. He throws it out in the flats for Laughlin, and Laughlin going to get to midfield and cut down. Good open field tackle by Hagen Stevenson at that midfield stripe. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs at midfield.
Well, it's obvious Laughlin is not scared to hit or be hit.
And that's what you want out of your running backs.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So they're going to go shotgun formation here. Laughlin standing back there with Acosta, 3rd down and 5. And they're going to fake the handoff. He's looking to pass, and he's going to throw it. He's hit as he throws, and they're going to say that's going to be a penalty. Brody, they're going to say he went for the head there, and I won't agree with that. However, you can't go towards the head of a receiver. And Rogers comes off the field.
All he was doing was going up to block the ball, and he did hit the guy. He did hit the quarterback in the head. But unfortunately,
they're going to say late hit, roughing the quarterback, and I don't know. I mean, it'll be a 1st down for Kearney. But that ball was tipped, and then Brody fell on him. I don't know, but got to clean up your mistakes. We talked about it in the first half. You had costly penalties in the first half. You have a costly penalty to start yourself here in the 3rd quarter. And I'm going to be the first to tell you, Brody Rogers, you want to talk about a player on the Harrisonville that is not a dirty player at all. It's going to be Brody Rogers. He was not doing anything but trying to go after the ball. Head, I think the hand hit on the head, and that's what they protect the quarterbacks today.
He's rolling to the left. He's a right-handed thrower, so he's going to put his hands up to try to block the ball.
So 11:04 to go. Kearney down to the 36-yard line. They're going to go I formation again here. Frank's flanked out to the left side. Smith and Laughlin in the backfield. And they're going to hand off to Laughlin. And again, he's got a gashing hole up the middle, and he's going to be in the end zone for 6. 3 times on the counter off the side, and they've had a 36-yard run, a 49-yard run, and a 41-yard run off of that same play right up the middle. And the Cats have not had an answer for it all night. Reminds me a lot of the state championship game, Gary, in 2016 when Harrisonville, every time they needed 8 or 10 yards, they ran it off the right end and got 15, 20 yards from Joe Bowers each time they needed it in that state title game. So it makes it a 12-6 game. And I believe a timeout was called. No, there's going to be officials timeout on the field. Had several of those tonight. Sideline warning. So 12-6 our score with 10:56 to go. Kearney may go for 2 here. I mean, they've had the 2 and 3 yards they've needed when they needed it. You go for 2 here, make it an 8-point game, and then Harrisonville is chasing 8 points the rest of the game. They're chasing those 2 they need each time. And that looks like what they're going to do here. I do not see the kicker, Snyder, out there for Kearney. And I'm not real sure why we're still got an official's timeout here. It's almost like they're giving Kearney an extra timeout on this one. So 10:56 to go. And looks like Laughlin might be in a little bit of a Wildcat formation. They're going to give it to him. He's going to get into the end zone, and it'll be a 2-point conversion. It's 14-6 Kearney, just like that to start the second half. Can the Cats answer? We'll be right back.
The area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
All right. Garrett Laughlin has added up the yards. He's well over 100 yards on the night, and now a touchdown run as well.
161.
So 161 yards. We await the kickoff here. Both teams still on the sideline.
But out of those 161, he's got 13 carries. Out of the 161, 130 of them are on 3 plays. So another 31 on 10 carries.
So Cats now got to find an answer here. Now we're going to see this. This was at the time last year the Cats would get down. Bad things could happen at times, and now we're going to see these juniors and seniors that have got a year under their belt, how they respond to a little adversity here. A game they've looked very good in. They're down 14-6. Snyder set to kick it away for the Bulldogs from left to right. And here's a high end over end kick. Tarwater going to take it from his 15 to the 20. And he's going to be cut down at the 25-yard line. Remember to sign up for the Sonic Kick Return Contest in this one or all season long. Our contestant tonight, Paul Saffol, I should say. And if the Cats return a kick for a touchdown tonight, Paul will win a gift card from Sonic. If nobody returns a kick, we'll add some money to it next week, and the jackpot will go up. So with 10:50 to go here in quarter number 3, as we're just underway, it's Cats ball from their own 25-yard line. Shotgun formation for Riley. He's got Crowley back there with him in the backfield. And they're going to go with Crowley. And Crowley bounces out of a tackle, going to get about 3, and then hammered by 3 different Bulldogs, including Corbin Bevan. So Bevan with the tackle, and it brings up a second down and about 8 with 10:30 to go in the first half. Riley brings the play from the sideline. Also coming into the ball game is Chaz Smith at receiver. Cecil going to stay in there. So we Cecil and Tarwater off to the right side along with Percival. To the left side, Chaz Smith. And that one's fumbled and right into the hands, into the end zone for a touchdown for Kearney. That one just bounced right out of the hands of the quarterback, River Riley. And just like that, a touchdown by Kearney, and it's 20-6. Just a few minutes ago, I talked about don't compound your mistakes in the second half. What are you made of? And just like that, the Cats give another one back, and it's 20-6 with 9:59 to go. Cats lived dangerously that entire first half. We talked about leaving points out there on the field, and they left a lot of them out there. And now Kearney a chance to make this a 15-point game, and does. It's 21-6. We'll take a timeout.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, welcome back. Cats trail 21-6. Kearney set to kick it away.
Point after by number 90, Luis Garcia. Your score, Kearney Bulldogs 21, Harrisonville Wildcats 6.
So again, it's good news, bad news situation for the Wildcats. Bad news, you're now down by 15. Good news, 2 scores came within 2 minutes of the start of the second half. So guess what? You're going to get the ball back, answer with a play here, a touchdown here, and you're within 1 score again, and then get your defense out there and see what you can do. This one's going to be kicked out of bounds, and this will be Cats ball in good field position to start this one. So the Kearney crowd is alive and jubilant here to start the second half, as they should be. A quick touchdown drive, and that touchdown drive of 4 plays, and then a fumble recovery for a touchdown by Kearney. And I'll tell you what, it just bounced right through the hands of River Riley. Almost looked like he wasn't ready on the snap count maybe. Bounced up and right through his hands and right into the hands of a defender. You almost could have called it an interception considering it went through Riley's hands. I know it wasn't an interception. However, see what the Cats do here. Looks like Jace Reynolds back in there at running back. They're going to go with 3 wide receivers out to the far side, 1 to the near side here. And they're going to give it to Reynolds and nowhere to go. And all that momentum from the first half is gone in a heartbeat. Kearney all over it right now. Ball at the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. Oh. 9:31 to go get to Gary after this one. Somebody I don't see out there. I have not seen Kennedy Atkinson out there in the second half. 3 wide receivers, 1 side, 1 to the right, and over the middle they go. Incomplete, and that one was intended for Norris Vance, and he was not even paying attention there. I think Kennedy was getting stretched out over there on the sidelines, and here comes Atkinson back into the ball game. So I was about ready to have Gary get on his binoculars and see over there. There was a player on the ground getting stretched out, maybe cramps for Kennedy. So big third down coming up for the Cats here. All the momentum in the world is on the Kearney Bulldogs sideline. 2 quick touchdowns, and they're 3rd and 10 coming up for them. Cats just don't look like the same team to start this second half. Look a little rattled after the knockout punch Kearney's delivered early on. And over the middle, no, incomplete, and a flag called on that one. So that might be pass interference. If it is, that'll give the Cats a first down. So it's a holding. I believe that, I don't know at the high school level, is a holding an automatic first down? I don't know that it is. It might be a 5-yard penalty. We'll see. I don't remember at the high school level. I know the pass interference, the holding on defense are a little bit different penalties than they are in college and the pros. So he's going to walk it off, and it's going to be it should be an automatic first down.
Well, we lost just a little bit.
So nevertheless, it'll be 3rd and short now for the Cats then. So 9:13 to go here in the third. Big third down coming up for the Cats. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Shotgun for Riley. And he's going to take it, hand it off, and nowhere to go. Jace Reynolds is stuffed. And that was a good defensive play. It looked like Garrett Laughlin.
When you're 3rd and inches or 4th and inches, I hate going out of the shotgun because you're giving up 3 or 4 yards. I'd rather get under center and just push it.
So 4th down, Cats are going to go for it here. Huge play in this football game, folks. I know there's still almost 2 full quarters to go. But if you give Kearney the ball back in their own territory after 2 quick touchdowns, they could try to turn out the lights with another score here. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. And Riley going to hand it, and first down yardage for the Cats. Good job holding on to the football for Jace Reynolds, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Cats. That's a Trophy's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So a big third down here. Cats have got to get points on the board here, Gary. You got to stop this momentum, this crowd, quiet it down, and let them know that they're in a dogfight for the rest of this one.
Well, a long drive right here. We're not in any rush. A long drive here really settles the crowd down because they can't cheer for anything other than, for their defense.
So another shotgun snap and picked off almost on the far side. That little quick out pass to Cecil and almost picked off on the far side. So far, Kearney has made the adjustments needed at halftime, and they have been all over it defensively. Give Coach Gray for Kearney some credit. Not real sure. So 2nd down and 10 to go for the Cats from their own 47. 7:58 to go here in the third. Shotgun formation. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to go over the middle. Percival again comes down with it. I'm going to tell you, I'll give the comparisons all year long. That is an Ian Edelman catch. Over the middle, in traffic, when you need it. And he doesn't drop the football. That's a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Thank Troby's first.
And he knew he was getting hit. He got hit by not one but two.
And he's taking some licks tonight. He took a hit on the far side on a kick return.
Well, he also open field tackle on Laughlin here. So
down to the 41-yard line. Cats are driving here. 3 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right. Shotgun formation for Riley. And Riley going to hand it off for Reynolds. And Reynolds got lost about a yard, almost got back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like 24, KJ Smith on the stop. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11. 7:18 to go here in the third, 2nd and 11. Whatever adjustments Kearney made at halftime, they've closed the gaps in the middle on that interior run. Jace has had nowhere to run. They've been getting off the ball faster into the backfield, disrupting the footwork of Riley. 2nd down going, 3 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left is Atkinson. And this time they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to look, and they're going to throw it deep. Percival, he's got his man beat to the 10, to the 5, to the house. Percival for the long touchdown run, 42-yard reception from River Riley, and the Cats are right back in it, down 21-12. That was what we didn't have last year, Gary, an answer when a team punched us in the mouth. We just answered this time.
Well, and it was obvious we were doing all that short stuff. We were running up the gut, and we did some of that earlier, but we hadn't done any this half, and so I love that. And Percival beat his man by 5 yards, and it was a great throw by Riley. That's what the doctor ordered.
That touchdown is brought to you by Young's Tire. The touchdown of your tires on the pavement is an important one. Go have your tires checked at Young's Tire and Wheel Center today. And they're going to go an end around throw into the end zone for 2. River Riley with the 2-point conversion from Tarwater, and it's a 7-point game, 21-14. We'll take a timeout and be right back.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
All right, welcome back. Cats answer emphatically. A nice little 3-minute drive. You get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and it's a 21-14 ball game, Gary.
Yes, it is. And that's what we needed. I would like to have seen it a little bit longer, but beggars can't be choosers. I like getting him within a touchdown. Our defense has played great. We have not been on the field that much. We've had a couple of breakdowns, and that is it. If we can shore up those 3 breakdowns, then they're not going to be able to move the ball on us. So happy to see and look forward to seeing what's going to happen on this drive. We're going to get a stop, and we're going to be able to go back because we've moved the ball on them. They have not moved it on us except for those 3 plays.
Well, I am glad to see the answer. You know, that's what we said when we come back or before the break. That's the answer we never had last year. When a team Kearney came out and threw 2 haymakers to start that third quarter. One of 2 things could have happened, and that shows you the poise and composure of your junior quarterback, River Riley. Some other quarterbacks would have let that fumble bother them. He did not let it bother him. He answers back with a perfectly thrown ball for 42 yards and a touchdown.
Well, and the leadership, I still think the leadership for the senior leadership and the junior leadership on that group over there kept them poised to be able to do that. I mean, I really think, you know, if you don't get flustered about a mistake and you just put it behind you rather than look at it all the time, that's what's going to happen.
This kickoff brought to you by Young's Auto. Kick off your fall with a car checkup at Young's Auto Repair. Atkinson from his own 40, kicking from right to left. High end over end kick going to be taken up at about the 25 by the Bulldogs. And they've got some running room to the outside here. And it looks like it'll come back. There's going to be a hold out there at about the 38. So the Cats will have Kearney taken a little bit far back, about their own 28 here on this drive.
And a nice open field tackle by Norris Vance. That was great to keep it from going any farther.
And a short kick, good coverage. You talked about it. Do you want great coverage on insurance? Give our friend Brad Sainer a call at Farmers Insurance of Harrisonville in the A-frame across from Casey's. They've been there, covered that. And speaking of Brad Sainer and Farmers, he's got some sweet Let's Go Wildcats rally towels he'll be handing out at one of the home games. White towels with the black writing, say Let's Go Wildcats with the Farmers logo on them. And we got a couple of them firsthand. And we will show it in the postgame, let you see those rally towels. Big drive here for both teams. Kearney wants to keep the pressure on, and the Cats want to try to get this one back tied up. I formation and a false start, and then the ball on the ground and a scrum for it. Nevertheless, it should have been a dead ball, but Smith went just a little bit too quick. He took that step forward like he was ready to block and went, oops. So now Kearney makes a mistake on a first down. They were at their own 29. This is going to push them back to their own 24. So we got a 1st and 15 coming up here. I want to thank everybody joining us from all over the place. Talked to several people, said they would be listening or watching the broadcast tonight. Talked to one of our great sponsors, Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance. She said they were going to be driving but trying to listen to the ball game tonight. And here goes Laughlin to the outside, and he got back to about the line of scrimmage and maybe gained a yard. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 14. Jill Filer texted me this morning and asked if we were going to be doing the game tonight. I believe she was probably down in Harrisonville at the soccer game. Her son Ian, a senior. So good to see that as well. 2nd down and 15 coming up. I formation coming up on 2nd down. Acosta going to fake the handoff, look to throw it, and he throws it deep for grabs, and wide open the receiver down the sideline is Stevens, and a breakdown in coverage there. They saw something they liked, and again, another big play by the Bulldogs, Gary. Some of the soccer guys were able to make it up here for the game. So that's good to see as well. So 1st down inside Cat territory, down to the Cat 39-yard line.
Sorry, I was calculating.
And only a couple, Gary, completed passes, but they've been big ones for Kearney tonight. They're going to go in motion this time. They're going to fake the handoff, go right up the middle for Laughlin. Cats have cut that down in the middle the last couple of times Laughlin's gone up there. Going to bring up a 2nd and about 8. They faked that handoff to Fritz in motion and went up the middle with Laughlin. Brings up 2nd down and 8. How much was the yardage on that?
36 yards.
Ron Allschlager, missing him at cameraman, but he is out in Durango, Colorado, said he'd be watching tonight. I just got a text from him. He said it looks and sounds great. So, Ron, enjoy your retirement from videoing.
Yes, and hello and best of luck. Be safe travels.
So here we go on second down up the middle. Laughlin, that's where he's so good at. He kept his feet churning, and he would have had been tackled for a gain of about a yard. And instead, he gets a first down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So 4:58 to go here, third, 21-14. Our score, Cats down by 7, but Kearney driving again here in the third quarter. I formation from the 29, wide receiver to your left, 2 to your right. And here we go up the middle again, Laughlin, and he gets to the 25. He's going to have about 4.
Number 32, Garrett Laughlin with the carry. Laughlin's brought down by 48, Hagan Stevenson, and number 56, Jacob Boyd.
Brett Jones wanted to correct me. I kept saying Ian Edelman. It was Julian Edelman. I don't know why I kept saying Ian, but he reminded me, Ian Edelman, a great band player, played in the band down at Mizzou as well. So give a shout out to Ian Edelman as well. But Julian Edelman, pardon me. Under center is Acosta. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to look to throw out in the flats, being chased. Beavers just missed him. Now he throws it 4-6 into the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, Kearney goes up 2 scores again. And the flag, a late flag, not sure if that was a personal foul on the kickoff or what.
There was no cat around unless somebody said something. We'll wait and see.
This game reminds me a little bit of the district championship game from last year. 7-point game at the half. Warrensburg made it a 2-score game, and Harrisonville was chasing 2 scores the rest of the night and just couldn't get over the hump. And here we are, 3:50 to go in the third, and Kearney puts it a 2-score game again. So it is unsportsmanlike conduct on Kearney. It looks like that'll be assessed on the kickoff, so they'll kick from their own 25-yard line. So, again, Cats just have to buckle down and answer back and then get something going defensively. Credit to Kearney for chopping wood in this one. They didn't look great in the first half, but they've chopped wood and have been able to make it a 2-score game here in the second half. Waiting for the kick. I believe this is Luis Garcia to kick this one. And this one is no good. So it's a 13-point game, 27-14 with 3:50 to go in the third. We'll be back.
It's happened to all of us. We buy new tires and a week later we run over a nail. Good news, buy your tire at Young's Tire and Wheel Center and you get free flat repair for the life of your tires. Have a bad tire and need a replacement but you don't want to break the bank? Young's can help you with that as well with a huge assortment of quality used tires. So when the time comes for new tires or a replacement, go to the shop that Harrisonville trusts on South Commercial, a stone's throw from Forged by Fire.
When 14 needs tires, they call Young's. Yes.
All right, welcome back. Late third quarter, 3:50 to go in the third quarter. 27-14, the Cats trail in this one. It was a 6-6 game at halftime, and neither defense has done much in the second half. You did have the actual fumble return, but that was just kind of tailor-made, went right through the hands of Riley. Nobody was behind him, and so I wouldn't totally credit the defense on that one. So defense, whoever's defense can step up here late in this ball game, Gary, is going to be the one coming out with a victory.
Yeah, that last series by Kearney was a 9-play 71. A 6-play 71-yard. Took 3 minutes off the clock. So we'll see what we can do here. I'd like to see a good return, especially since we got the penalty.
Garcia set to kick it away. High end over end kick going to be taken by Tarwater back at his own 20 to the 30. 35, stays on his feet to the 40, almost broke it free all the way up to the 45-yard line. Paul Saffel was feeling some Sonic on that return. Remember to sign up for our Sonic Kick Return Contest if the Cats return a kick in this game. Paul Saffel will win a Sonic gift card. If not, the prize will grow, and somebody next week will have a shot at a Sonic gift card. We gave away a $90 Sonic gift card last year, I do believe, so it can get up there. I know it's not Sonic Slam like $10,000 or $1,700 like my wife won a couple of years ago, but it is good. So here we go, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line for the Cats. 3 wide receivers to your left, 1 to your right, shotgun by Riley. Fakes the handoff, looks to pass. He throws it deep for Cecil, goes up and cannot come down with it, incomplete. Good defense by Buster Lawrence. Brings up a 2nd and 10. From their own 45, make it maybe 46-yard line here. And you know what? Stretching the field a little bit here to try to get that inside handoff or those handoffs to work a little bit better. Percival, along with Tarwater and Atkinson to the near side, Cecil to the other side. Up the middle they go with Reynolds, and Reynolds is going to have a quick 7 yards. And bring up a 3rd down into Kearney territory, 3rd and about 4 from the Kearney 48-yard line. Brett also informed me, I said Ian Filer and not Evan. I think he just didn't hear me right. It was Evan Filer, one of the senior soccer players for the Wildcats. They had a 2-2 draw tonight, if you didn't hear that at halftime. And some of the guys were able to make the trip up after their 2-2 draw, and they're over there cheering on the Wildcats. 3rd and about 4. 2 wide receivers to your left, 2 to your right. Shotgun for Riley. And he looks to throw. He's rolled out of the pocket. He's going to have to throw, and he throws down the sidelines and incomplete. And it brings up 4th down for the Cats. And the only thing I would, if I was going to critique River so far in the game, is don't be afraid to turn that upfield and try to get you a couple of yards right there. He had that whole sideline. He could have got that 1st down and stepped out of bounds. He's a pocket passer. That will come with experience.
Oh, sure. It will.
So 4th down and about 4 for the Wildcats, and it looks like with the ball just inside of Kearney territory, Cats are going to go for it. And now they're going to call a timeout and talk it over. So, you know, we talk about Tarwater being your punter. This would be a good time to maybe line up in that Wildcat-ish looking formation. We did this with Zach a lot of times back in the day when he was punting. They would line him up about 6-7 yards off the line of scrimmage and just pooch it down there and see if they could to pin him deep. So that might be something they're talking about here, Gary. Or I could be crazy and not know what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, I think that's a good thought. You know, the competitor in me says go for it. However, I know when you play the averages, you should play field position. And still, I have confidence in our defense. And if you go for it here, it's kind of saying you don't have confidence to a certain extent. You still got a quarter and plus 3 minutes, so you've got 15 minutes and you're only down 2 scores. So I like the competitor in this, them going for it.
We're gonna see what happens here. 3 wide receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. Atkinson all alone out here. See if they're going to go with 1-on-1 coverage and try to get it to him. Riley going to throw it, and he throws it, look complete, and then they're going to say incomplete. So almost had it, did the Cats. They couldn't do anything, and now it'll be Kearney football at their own 48-yard line. So here we go. 2:34 to go. Looking at some other folks that are listening and watching online. And it looks like Ron Dunham, my father-in-law, is listening online and watching as well. Always glad when he's on there. And it looks like we have some of the third grade team watching the game back in Harrisonville as well. Here we go on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Laughlin into Cat territory down at the 49-yard line. So shout out to everybody listening. We're glad we can bring you these games each and every week. Don't thank us, though. Thank our great sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. 2nd and about 7. Wide receiver to the left, to the right. And they're going to go in the shotgun. They're going to fake. They're going to throw it out in the flats for Laughlin. He has close to a first down. He's going to have a first down, but there's a flag on the field. See if there's a hold or what that is on the far side. So we'll wait the penalty here.
That was actually Gavin Smith that caught the pass. It was a fake to Laughlin, and Smith caught.
So 42, not 32. I'll be the first to tell you I absolutely love cool-looking uniforms, but as a broadcaster, sometimes the uniform combinations are not the greatest. You got the black with the gold outline and the purple numbers. And when it gets dark, sometimes those are not great to see, especially when you have a 32 and a 42 in the backfield. Looks like they're talking this one over. A flag on the far side of the field. So we're awaiting word from the White Hat, the head official here, to tell us what it's all about. And they're going to wave it off. Second time tonight they've waved one off. And it'll be a first down, it looks like, for the Bulldogs.
Not quite, I don't think.
There'll be a first down or 3rd and inches. I guess that's going to be 3rd and inches. 3rd and about a half yard. No, 3rd and about a foot. They need to get past the 38-yard hash mark. And they're behind it right now. 3rd and short coming up. 1:55 to go here in the third. 27-14 Kearney with the lead. Going to go off in here. The quarterback, Acosta. And if the Cats would have caught on to that.
He knew which way he was going.
He tapped him right on the behind and said, I'm going right here behind you. And that was a good hard run by the sophomore. I'll tell you what, he struggled early on, but he has settled into his role as the quarterback and looked a lot better in this second half, Gary.
Yes, he has.
So now they're going to go shot or pistol formation, that running back behind the quarterback. And this time Laughlin nowhere to go. Carruthers and others in on the tackle for the Cats. So Carruthers the first one there. Poisel coming in afterwards. Brody Rogers over there as well. So with 1:20 to go here in the third, Cats need to get a stop here. 2nd down and about 13 for the Bulldogs. Costa in that pistol. Offset to his left side is Laughlin. And this time he's looking to pass. He's getting more comfortable with the pass. Nowhere to go, and the Cats close quickly. Kyron Beavers the first to hit, and then Brody Rogers finishing him off on the far side after a gain of about a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 11 with just under a minute to go in the third quarter. 27-14 score. If the Cats could get a stop here on this drive, they could start the fourth quarter with a good drive and make it a one-score game. See what happens late fourth quarter. A lot of football to be played. Kearney letting it run down a little bit. 15 on the play clock, but they're going to have to run a play here. 2 wide receivers to your right, 1 to your left. Offset pistol formation with Acosta in the backfield. He's going to look to pass, and he's going to chuck it deep, and he's got his man, but overthrows him by about a half a yard. Stevens couldn't come up with it, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 14 for Kearney. So that means Kearney's going to have to run a play here to end this fourth quarter, basically. You got to figure they're going to go for it. But it's 4th and 14. You're just in that no-man land type of deal. I almost would have ran it there on third down, get yourself a fourth and manageable. They went for it all. They went for the home run ball, which would have been a big one, and just overthrew his target. They're going to go 2 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and a low snap, but Acosta looking to pass, and he beat his man again and overthrows him again, and it'll be a turnover on downs with 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. You know, we talked about wearing down them defensively. We got to start talking about our guys getting worn down, because we got a lot of those guys up front that are going both ways, Gary.
Yes, we do.
And as you see, the offense comes on the field, and there are not too many guys left the field, including Graff, Rogers, Trevor Campbell, and some others there. So 1st and 10, Cats from their own 35. They need to get a score here, down 2 scores, late third quarter. 2 wide receivers, 2 to the left, back off the end. They're going to fake the handoff, and then they're going to go with the handoff. Ball out. And Kearney going to recover. So just like that, Kearney takes over after a fumble. And if Harrisonville ends up goes on and does not win this football game, they're going to look back and they're going to look at a couple of things. They've lost the turnover battle tonight and costly penalties. They're going to look back and think they could have won that football game. It's just been sloppy, and sometimes you have that in a first game. However, they got to take some positives out of this game, knowing they've played the game really well at times too. So here we go. I formation. I imagine we're going to see a heavy dose of Laughlin on this drive. And that should be a false start. It looked like they jumped on the line there. And it will be. Push them back 5 yards. Talk about a never-ending third quarter. It's been about 20 seconds or less for about the last 5 minutes of this one. So that'll push Kearney back 5 yards, make it a 1st and 15. Ball at their own 33, or at the Wildcat 33-yard line, I should say. 27-14 our score. Bulldogs lead this one, trying to tack on another one and have the Cats chasing the rest of this one. I formation again. Acosta has 2 wide receivers in tight on that left side. They're going to pitch it out that way, and Laughlin going to cut to the outside and then cut it upfield and go out of bounds after a gain of about 7 or 8. Going to bring up 2nd down and about 8 as we go to the fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the fourth after this.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
Go where the grammars go, Holland's Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
All right, welcome back. We're going to head to the fourth quarter, and we've got a lot of people online watching. We've had a great broadcast so far tonight, and I welcome everybody for joining us. But we have several people on. Matt Norfleet out in Columbia, South Carolina. You're in the wrong Columbia, Matt. I just want to let you know. Michael Baldwin saying thanks for watching, being able to watch as he has to work late sometimes. Couldn't get to the game, so that's awesome as well. And Jim Kendrick, a shout out to him for listening as well. So we got a lot of people online watching us tonight, and a lot of people online looking to see if the Cats can pull off a fourth quarter comeback. It'll be Kearney football. 2nd down and about 7. They're going to make it 8 from the 25-yard line of the Wildcats. Kearney looking to start putting nails in the coffin. Harrisonville looking for a big play here. They have not had a turnover tonight. Now would be a good time. Bend, don't break, find a turnover. High formation for Kearney. Acosta under center. He's got Smith and Laughlin in the backfield. And this one's going to fake to Laughlin, look out on the wheel route, and they throw it on the wheel route, but Laughlin couldn't come up with it. Colin Carruthers again on the pressure, brings up 3rd down and 8. Colin Carruthers has a sack tonight, and he's been really close on 2 others, Gary.
Yeah, but we've got to have the linebacker or a corner, somebody, when Laughlin comes out of the backfield, somebody's got to pick him up. Several times that's happened with Laughlin, and also whenever Smith was out there earlier, we've got to have somebody pick that up. But we've been rushing him, and that's the reason he's only completed, 4 passes all night.
Well, and the thing you got to remember too, you don't have a Colby Knowles out there playing cornerback who's got that 6-foot frame either, and they've been picking on that side a little bit. And now Laughlin going to bounce to the outside, cut himself back, going to get close to a 1st down, going to bring up 4th down and about 2 from about the 20-yard line. So a huge play in the football game right here, folks. 11:35 to go in this one. Cats down 13 points, 27-14 the score. And looking to stop Kearney. It's about 2.5 yards for a 1st down here. If the Cats can get the turnover on downs, they got a chance to make this a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter. If Kearney continues this drive, they got a chance to make it a 3-score game. So they're going to go under I formation, wide receiver, 2 of them out to the right side. They like to go that way when they do it. Instead, they go right up the middle, and Laughlin is going to have a 1st down to about the 17-yard line. So all that was right there, folks, is good, hard running by a football player. He said he's going to run full blast into that line, and you got to try to tackle me, and they were not able to stop him, and it's a 1st and 10 for Kearney in red zone territory down to the 17 of the Wildcats.
22 carries for 191 yards for Laughlin.
Helmet came off. He had to come out for a play here. So we'll go with the I formation again for the Bulldogs. Cats stacking the box here for a new running back and tackled quickly for a loss of about a 0.5 yard. I wasn't able to see who that was because Laughlin comes right back into the ball game. 26 or 28? 28. Orchard with the carry. Comes up gingerly. Going to bring up 2nd and 11. Right now, Kearney just content on running this clock, too, with almost under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Go with the I formation again. This time Laughlin fakes it. They're going to try to pass it. Screen pass. Float it. End zone. Franks. Touchdown, Kearney. And right at Norris Vance, and I'll tell you right there, Norris Vance, only a sophomore, that would have been right at Colby Knowles that time. And there's a touchdown, makes it 33-14 with 10:07 to go here in the ball game. Acosta with another touchdown pass. Shaky start for Acosta, but I'll tell you, he has looked good in the second half, Gary. Looks like a seasoned veteran already. And we await the extra point from Garcia. This has been an adventure for the Bulldogs. And the kick is good. Make it 34-14. We'll be back after this.
Insurance doesn't have to be a bad word, especially when all the insurance you need is under one roof. Auto, commercial, life, health, farm, or crop insurance, they have you covered. With a lineup like that, they are sure to be the team covered. So instead of dreading a call to get an insurance quote, call the team that will line up with the best of them. The team at Stafford & Stafford Insurance, located on Commercial across from Holland's Auto Sales.
All right, welcome back. 10:07 to go here in the contest, and the Cats down 20, 34-14. I was worried at halftime, Gary. I talked about missed opportunities by the Cats in the first half. And it's cost them here in the second half because Kearney capitalized on a big mistake and a quick drive to start the third quarter, and the Cats have not been able to recover, now down 20 with 10:07 to go.
Well, I do like the way they came back, and got that one touchdown because it showed some resilience in them and to forget what had happened. But we started making mistakes. Also probably, and both teams are going to be dealing with it, but, first game, by the time you get to the fourth quarter, there's a lot of people that are tired as well. And plus, we've got a lot of people going both ways. So
here comes a Kearney kick from right to left. Garcia to kick it away. Kicks it deep, and this one is going to go to Reynolds at about the 8 to the 10 to the 15, looking for a lane to the 20. Squirts through to the 25, up close to the 30, and it'll be a 1st and 10. Cats up to the 29-yard line. You know, and we talked about missing Colby Knowles tonight. We're missing a couple of guys that are key on this. Keegan Rowe on the offensive line. Also, another offensive lineman not out there tonight, which would have given you more depth and rotation on both sides of the football. Colby Knowles obviously not out there. We haven't heard a lot from Josh Pesic tonight either. So, Drayden Polk not in the game. He looked good against Liberty North in the Jamboree. So, you know, there's a lot to be there. Cats, in the grand scheme of things, we'll get to it here in a few minutes. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, shotgun by Riley. Going to hand it off to Jace Reynolds, and nowhere for him to go. Going to bring up a 2nd down at about 13, but see what the Cats do here on 2nd down now. You want to see them finish strong here in this ball game. It was tied at halftime. They dominated the first half. See what they got down in the 4th quarter of this ball game. 3 wide receivers to the left side now, 1 to the right. And Riley looking to pass. He throws it to Atkinson, and Atkinson barrels forward for about 5 and going to bring up a 3rd and about 8. Well, I was going to say, Gary, in the grand scheme of things, if you ask the coaches, it'd be nice to be 4-0 after 4 games. The Cats would like to be healthy after 4 games. Brutal schedule, 3 state ranked out of the first 4 teams. Looks like a totally different team that started last year. They're growing. They're going in the right direction. You want to stay healthy and you want to stay in these football games and see where you're at when you come to the end of the night and at the end of this 4-game stretch to get you ready for conference, because we've talked about it before, and I'll say it after this 3rd down, or Gary will say it because he knows exactly where I'm going with that. They're going to go in motion, Percival. Percival going to cut inside, gets spun around, and stays on his feet all the way up to the 37-yard line. And what do I like to say, Gary?
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And I like to say you don't win trophies in September, you win them in November. And it's a long way from that. And there's a flag that comes out.
I think that's on the bench over here on the Kearney side.
So sideline warning. So that'll be a 1st down. So that's the 2nd sideline warning they've had. That's a costly mistake on Kearney's part to leave this drive going. If I could spit that out here. 8:09 to go in the ball game, 34-14. Been a hotly contested ball game. That was another Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center 1st down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. So ball up to the 42-yard line. 34-14 the score. 8 minutes to go in this one. Reynolds in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to your left. All alone is Cecil on the right. And Percival went in motion. Didn't think he was supposed to. That's going to be a procedure call on. No.
He didn't do anything wrong.
Zone.
He just stopped.
Well, I thought maybe he wasn't supposed to go in motion because somebody else was moving.
Well, and speaking of Pesic, he was just getting ready to come in, and then they pulled him back to the sidelines because, I haven't seen him on defense either.
And, he could be nursing a injury as well. And
here he comes.
We talk you talk about it. You want to be healthy after 4 games. You want to win your football games, but you also want to be healthy. So 8 minutes, 7:40 to go here in this one. We're going to go 2 wide receivers. Out to the left, 1 to the right. Back off the end is Pesic, and they're going to run off of Pesic, and 1st down yardage close to it for Reynolds before he's pushed back. That ball down to the 49-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd and about a yard. So 2nd and a yard. Man, they flipped that one quick. I'm missing, you know what I want? I'm missing the digital yard markers that we saw last week. Those were so awesome.
What was only $4,000?
$4,000. Anybody want to sponsor $4,000 yard markers? 4Ts would really appreciate that. 200 receivers.
I would especially.
To the right, one to the left. Second and short. And Reynolds going to have a first down and more inside the 45 to about the 43-yard line, and that'll move the chains. About an 8-yard run by Jace Reynolds. So 6:49 to go here in this one, and the Cats trail 34-14.
Well, it's a lot different than the first half. First half, we had 11 first downs. We've only got 4, and we're already almost halfway through this.
That was a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. As we go to a 1st and 10 down to about the 43-yard line. Shotgun by Reynolds. Shotgun by River Riley. It's first game for all of us here. Incomplete to Cecil. And it will be 2nd and 10. And I'll say, I talked about the composure and the poise in the first half. I talked about it in. Anyway, I talked about it. Jerry handed me something, and I lost my train of thought.
And I would have finished it for you if I knew where you were going.
I was talking about River Riley's composure in the first half was very cool, calm, collected. I see a little frustration here in the fourth quarter, just the body language on that last play. But nevertheless, it's a first game. It's a growing game for you. And now a flag, and I believe we will have a false start on the Cats. Delay a game on the Cats. What Jerry handed me, it's a $50 gift card up for grabs to start the night for the Sonic kick return contest.
We called timeout, so we got the timeout before the.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
There is a timeout on the field. So I'll go back. All we wanted to do was talk about the kick contest, Gary.
Sorry.
We like to have fun on our broadcast as well. Anyway, $50 gift card up for grabs to start tonight in the Sonic kick return contest. If they do not return a kick for a touchdown tonight, Paul Saffel will get a $5 contestant card. And go to the website and give you the information, and it will add $10 to it next week. So if we don't have a kick return, it'll be $60 next week. We don't need a kick return for a touchdown right now. We need touchdowns on offense, because if we have a kick return touchdown, that means they scored again, and we don't want that. 34-14 our score, 6:28 to go here in this one. We had one of the quickest first halves in history, and it always happens this way. The second half, still 6:28 to go, and we're approaching 9:30. So 3 wide receivers off the end here on the right side. Shotgun formation. Reynolds off of the right side as well. And Smith all alone on the left side. So here we go on for 2nd and 10, and Riley drops the ball, comes out of there with it. His knee was on the ground, and that brings up a 3rd down and 12. If Riley had any problems towards the end of last year, I remember the Van Horn game, a couple of plays, is holding on to that football, and it bit him right there too as it just kind of fell out of his hands. Brings up a 3rd down and about 12 for the Cats with 6 minutes to go here in this one. Atkinson out to the left. Percival, Cecil, and Tarwater on the right. Fake to Crowley. Over the middle they go, and he just tried to dump that over the middle to a receiver and couldn't get it to anybody. Brings up a 4th down with 5:44 to go here in this one. A lot of people will look at the score and be like, wow, Kearney, put some on the Wildcats, but that's not the case at all. You take away that 4-play drive to start second half, and then the fumble return touchdown, and this is a 1-score football game. 34-14 the score. You look back at the first half, and that score at the end of the half as well. 4th down coming up. Unique formation by the Wildcats here. Looked like they were going to chuck it over to Percival, and Kearney called a timeout. Looked like they had it lined up. It almost looked like that Colts play from a few years ago that didn't work out so well for the Colts. But looked like they were going to try to chuck it over to the sideline as there was a wall of blockers behind Percival. But that's a hard throw for a quarterback to make right there as well.
It is, but if you get it there, it's a benefit to you because you've got the whole field. Plus, you've got if you line up your blockers right, you should be fine.
So 5:44 to go in the contest. 34-14 is our score in this one. We have a timeout on the field. We just kept it right here with you as we await a whistle, getting both teams back out here on the field. Good student section over here from the Cats. That good student section over there for traveling, and then Kearney's got a nice size one here, and the Cats are going to still go with that formation. They got Cecil right in front of Riley. They're just going to blitz hardcore up the middle here, and River going to step forward and throw, and over the top he goes, and incomplete. Not real sure what the intention was of that play right there. But nevertheless, Cats turn it over on down. It'll be Kearney Bulldog football from their own 45-yard line. And there is a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout as well.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's.
All right, 5:37 to go in the ball game. Cats down by 20, 34-14. Difference in this ball game, a couple of Wildcat mistakes in the second half. Big run on the first series by Kearney, and then a fumble return for a touchdown on the Cats' first series of the second half. They find themselves down 20 with 5:37 to go. Kearney looking to salt this one away. They go up the middle with Laughlin, and he's into the secondary and down the sideline to the 20, and he's going to be pushed into the end zone, and it'll be a touchdown by Kearney. So one play, and never mind, there's a flag on the field back at the 40-yard line. So let's holding on Kearney. So a 55-yard touchdown run is negated, and this will bring up a first and about 25 for the Bulldogs. So catastrophe averted right there, but if there's been a problem for the Cats tonight, it's been giving up big yardage on runs by Laughlin.
I was going to say it's stopping Laughlin. And I think the teams that they're going to play, and if we see them later on, it's going to be a totally different story on our part because I'm going to key Laughlin everywhere he goes because he's got 22 carries for 191 yards, just had another one for it'll put him over almost 250. They've only got 5 or 4 receptions, pass receptions, and only a couple other people have run the ball. So, I mean, it's all him. I'm going to make somebody else beat me other than him.
But a lot of this, too, and we'll get to it after this one, it's first down in Excelsior Springs for the Bulldogs with 5:24 to go. And they're going to go fake to Laughlin. Acosta going to stay on his feet up to about the 31-yard line. And it'll bring up second and long. But this is a situation, you've got your lines going both ways, offense and defense. They're getting gassed out there. They're playing every down on both sides. That's where you win your battles, is up front. And if you get a team that's going, guys, not going both ways, Kearney is doing that tonight. There's not a whole lot of doubling up on their lines of scrimmage. shotgun I formation, I should say, and they go to Laughlin. He's going to get some of it back up to about the 38-yard line as Kearney content on running the clock here with 4:30 to go in this one. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think. No, it's over here. It's right over there. No, I'm gonna get on and look. I don't agree, but I could be wrong.
We did say Excelsior Springs. It's east of here, but I'll go ahead and get on the maps and show you.
It's west. Kearney is east of Excelsior Springs.
Kearney's is west.
It's east, southeast, but I could be wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. And they're going to go to Laughlin again on 3rd down and long. Going to bring up 4th down. You think Kearney's probably going to punt here.
He just broke 200 yards.
We're all feverishly looking at our Google Maps. See, I was wrong. I'll admit. I'm not usually wrong about my maps, and I was wrong. So my wife would be very disappointed in me right now. 3:23 to go here in this one. Cats down by 20. Kearney set to punt it away, something they have not done much of tonight. A couple of times in the first half. And we got a whistle and maybe a timeout called. I'm not sure here. But with 3:11 to go, Kearney does call the timeout before it hits 0-0. So we have a timeout on the field. We'll just keep it right here with you. Tale of two halves here tonight, Gary. Cats dominated the first half but could not capitalize when they were deep in Kearney territory, and it's bit them here in this one.
Yeah, they had ample opportunity to be 28-0 and have Kearney then having to catch up.
And I would have liked our chances being up in the ball game early, forcing that sophomore quarterback into throwing way more than he was wanting to.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have been able to rely on Laughlin as much. I mean, Laughlin has been a workhorse, and I mean, hey, give it to him and give it to them. They found what is going to benefit them, and they've utilized it to the best of them. So, but I see a lot of things in this game that I like too.
Sonic kick return contest. Paul Saville. If Cats return this for a touchdown, Paul will win a $50 Sonic gift card. And they're going to go with the kick. Cats trying to block it, cannot quite get to it. And now this is going to bounce dead inside of the 30 at the 27.5-yard line. And the Cats will take over with just a tick under 3 minutes to go in this one. If the Cats don't come back and win, you go over and you talk to your team after this one. If you're Coach Schenker, you're going to sit there and you're going to say, guys, we played with this team all night long. Guys, we got to limit our mistakes. Guys, we can see them again. So that's what you got to talk to your team about is missed opportunities. Don't hang your head. You're playing a lot better football this year than you did last year.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many positives that have come out of if we go ahead and lose, there are so many positives that have come out of this loss.
So if 1st and 10, 3 wide receivers left, they're going to hand off Pesic, and Pesic going to get back to the line of scrimmage and barrel forward. That's what he can do as he pushes forward for a couple of more. So Josh Pesic with the carry, good hard run, brings up 2nd down and 6. I just saw I saw one of the Kearney kids patting Trevor Campbell on the helmet and Trevor patting him on the butt. You know, it was like one of those things like, good job, guy, you know, good hustle there. I imagine Trevor Campbell might be a little bit like Andrew Luck out there. I don't know if you saw the video after Andrew Luck retired, talking about the nicest guy in football. I'll get to that after this play. You got a shotgun, 3 wide receivers to your right side, 1 to your left. And here we go on 2nd down. They're going to throw it to Atkinson. He's got a 1st down. One guy to beat. Gets past the 1st down marker, and it'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Cats up to the 39. That's a Sherwood Community Bank. Or sorry, Sherwood. What am I? I'm losing my mind. That is a Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center first down. Sherwood Community Bank, one of our great sponsors as well. Think Troby's first when you think home appliances. Erlene's probably listening at home going, what is wrong with Chad? But what I was going to say is Andrew Luck being one of those, like, friendly guys. Somebody would sack him. He'd be like, good hit, big guy, good hit. I can imagine Trevor Campbell out there doing the same thing with the defensive end going, good job, good rush on that one, good rush on that one. But I also see Trevor have a mean streak before, so that could be wrong. Shotgun formation, nowhere for Riley to go as a blitz up the middle. And, you know, that's what you can do right here if you're Kearney. You can bring the all-out blitz because you know Harrisonville's got a pass here. So that'll bring up a third down, or no, I believe it is third down. Oh, no, it was a first down, so, All right, I need to get better at my broadcasting, I'll tell you what.
Is it second down in Excelsior Springs or second down in Liberty?
It's second. Could be second in Excelsior. Could be second in Lawson.
That's okay. I would go with Lawson more. Okay, I would go with that.
So second down and about 19 for the Cats. 3 wide receivers to your right. Riley looking to throw, and he's going to throw it over the middle. Incomplete, intended for Tarwater. Few things I see, too. A couple of things that I would bring up, too. No 42 seconds to go in this ball game. You're missing one of your playmakers on offense.
You're missing a lineman on offense.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's the thing. When everybody gets healthy, and this is one thing I was talking to Coach Meeks before the game, we're down some linemen. Okay. What did you just say a while ago? If your linemen are playing both ways, you don't have any way to breathe them. So as Reynolds gets the ball, and he's got some running room, he's going to get a first down and more.
See, now that was a great play call by Gary Davidson, as it's a first down and about a 25-yard run by Jace Reynolds. You'll be hearing Gary's play-by-play next Friday night at home as the Cats take on the Maryville Spoof Hounds. And we'll get some scores from around the area as well.
You know, if they would give it to him one more time, he'd break 100 yards tonight.
And Jace has had a good game. They tightened up on him a little bit to start that third quarter, and then the Cats had to go away from the run. So that's something they kind of struggled with. They're going to go 3 wide receiver set with 33 seconds to go. Shotgun formation, and down the field they go. Cecil trying to go back for it. And he tried to just run over the defender to get a flag, but they may call offensive on him. We'll see.
Well, though the defender I don't think was looking, so it should, well.
But I don't believe that's a – I talked – I remember that happened a while back. We'll see what they call here. Oh, it was on the defense, so it'll be a first down for the Cats, 15-yard penalty.
Because he's got to be able to go to the ball. You can't block him away from it. Now, if you're just there naturally.
This would be a good nightcap for the Cats, even though they're losing the football game. If they could get a score here late, get a confidence boost, putting 20 points up on Kearney tonight, knowing you left probably 3 or 4 touchdowns on the field.
Yes.
So wide receiver out to your left, 2 to the right, back off the end is Pesic, and they're going to go right up the middle, Tarwater, and he is leveled after a gain of about 2. And now there's all kinds of a fighting going on down there. Official in the middle of it. Tarwater got shoved back to the ground. See if I can see that on the replay over here. Tarwater got shoved to the ground. Gary, check out that replay on her monitor over there. But it looked like he got shoved to the ground and then shoved down again. And no flag came out until a cat came in to kind of protect him. We'll see if Gary can see it or not, making him look through the reflection. But they're going to try to sort it out. Might be offsetting personal fouls, and it'll bring up a second down and about 8.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do is get somebody ejected at the end of a game either here.
Personal foul on Kearney. So it'll just be on Kearney. So I like the fact that they talked that over. I think the officials threw multiple flags, and I think they said, hey, personal foul, that's the situation, 13 seconds. Cats down to the 17-yard line. Chance to put it in with 13 seconds to go. Tarwater under center. And now the official going to come over and talk to Coach Gray on the Kearney sideline. So we will let them sort it out here as we are rolling down the clock here. Cats, of course, would like to get it in the end zone here, down 20. Obviously, it'll have no bearing on the final. I mean, it'll have no bearing on the outcome of the game. It'll have a bearing on the final score, but it also would be a boost for the Wildcats. You put this one in the end zone, you got a 2-score game here. You look at it at the end of the night and know you gave up a score in the first half that you should not have given up. You shouldn't have allowed that big run and then the touchdown. You also then look at the fumble return for a touchdown. You look at that first drive Kearney had in the second half. You take those 3 things away, it's a different football game. And there's an old saying, if, ands. So, but I won't go.
Aren't you going to repeat that?
I won't go with the whole one. Jerry knows it well. Anybody over 35 listening knows the exact words to that saying as well. And the clock is running down. And that's going to do it from Kearney. Kearney wins it 34-14. The Cats had their opportunities, couldn't cash in. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with your post-game show after this. You're watching Harrisonville football on 4Ts.com and
There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
What is greater than 1? 2! That's right, now Show Me Auto Mall has 2 locations to serve you. One in Harrisonville and the north location in Belton. Chances are, that means the quality of used vehicle you are searching for is going to be at one of their 2 locations. With several financing options available, Show Me Auto Mall will get you in the vehicle you want without breaking the bank. So when it's time to trade that vehicle in, go see the gang at Show Me Auto Mall and let them show you the Show Me difference.
You need multiple things for a project at home, but don't want to go all over the city to find it? You need to go see Tom and Lonnie Cook at the 38,000 square foot Trade Fair Mall. Over 200 booths with Amish-made jelly, new and used furniture, antiques, toys, and a little bit of everything you can think of. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall can be your one stop for everything. Whether it's your first time to Harrisonville or you have been here for years, the Trade Fair is definitely a see it to believe it type of place, right across the street from Sutherland's.
All right, welcome back to your post-game show, brought to you by Wildcat Postgame headquarters, Forged by Fire. Head over there for a postgame appetizer and celebrate your Wildcats. And we talk about celebrating, Gary. You don't like to celebrate a loss, but I saw a lot of positives out of the game tonight.
Oh, a lot of positives. I think, one, we got to see a lot of maturity out of River Riley. I liked what he did. Even after a mistake, he went and took the team for a touchdown. Really, we're short on a few players. I'm not making excuses, but really, whenever it comes right down to it, I like this team when it comes to November.
Right, and what I would like to say, what I think is this. If you look at it, come November, there's no reason the second week in November we're not playing this team for a shot at the state semifinals, because it'd be a quarterfinal game if you can get through your district. And now I know that's a long time from now, but this is a team that's day and night from last season. Mm-hmm. Last year that 14-point lead would have come 35 real fast. Harrisonville answered back and made it a one-score game again. They just couldn't hold off, and that's what I like to see about this team.
Well, you see so much of that first half of positives. You just weren't able to finish. I mean, we had ample opportunity. We were in the red zone 3 times and only scored 1 touchdown. And we were in their side of the territory all 4 drives we had it. You take a couple of those and you take away that fumble, there's 21 points. That's the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you want to take the positives, but you don't want to get too participation trophy-ish.
No.
You want to say, guys, we played a lot better than we started the year last year. But guess what? We've got to clean up our mistakes. If we have a mistake-free football game, we win this ball game, and we may win this ball game going away. Because, like I said, I'd like to take my chances up 21 or 14 in that first half with this sophomore quarterback with his first career start, making him throw and taking Laughlin out of the game that way.
Yeah, you don't make excuses. I mean, obviously, the Cats can't and won't make excuses. They're going to go back. They're going to review the tape, and they're going to start next week and move forward. But you use these mistakes that they made, you use the positives that they made, and you grow on it. And that's what I see this team happening. We said it earlier in the game. I'm going to say it again. It's not what happens, in September. It's what happens in November. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. The reason we play these teams like the Kearneys, like the Maryvilles, like the Battles in the first 4 games of the season is to prepare us for the playoffs and get us into conference and prepare us for the playoffs.
And I would have loved to have seen a full season of River Riley under center last year and what that would have meant to this team going forward. Nevertheless, his last 4 or 5 games being able to play a lot meant that he matured fast, and that made him ready for tonight. There's just things you got to clean up, and you know what? You can clean those up, and you're going to have a good season. You got a tough game next week. Maryville coming to town, another state-ranked team. They were getting beat tonight by Blair Oaks, so they're going to be licking their wounds, and they're going to want to come in for a victory. So both teams next week are going to be hungry for a victory. If Harrisonville can even the record at 1-1 next week, you just take the next 2 weeks after that and see what can happen.
Well, that's our home opener, so it's going to be big for us. It's Maryville. It's going to be big for us. And so, I mean, I like the opportunity of Maryville coming to home and seeing what we've got. We started off good, and, we could have, if we would have worked hard, we could have maybe even scored there. I like the sportsmanship there from both teams. There's only one thing that can happen, or bad things can happen when you got 14 seconds left. You could easily maybe get somebody hurt. Sportsmanship, we weren't going to be able to win. So if you want to go to stats, I'll get to some stats and give everybody what we got. Leading the way, we had Reynolds had 22 carries for 95 yards. He led the way, and we had a total of 100 yards rushing for the night. We had 200. River Riley had 210 yards passing. We had a total of 310 yards. We controlled the clock most of the night, but again, a lot of their stuff was on big plays. We controlled the clock, had 30 minutes of the 48 minutes. Our touchdowns were Reynolds on a 10-yard touchdown run with 57 seconds left in the second. And then in the third with 6:44 left, Riley to Percival on a 40-yard touchdown reception made it 14 for us. Obviously, they ended up with 34, so the final score was 34-14. And to give kudos to Laughlin, he ended up carrying the ball for 24 times for 201 yards. A workhorse for them. He's going to be. It looks like he's going to probably be their workhorse all year. I would like to see him in November.
Absolutely right. And you talk about those stats. My max effort player of the game tonight, brought to you by Max Ford of Harrisonville. I'm going to give it tonight to Percival. He had a great game for the Wildcats all night long. Bryce Percival, when we needed a first down, he got that catch for you. He was like Julian Edelman of the New England Patriots, but I liked the way he played tonight. He gave us those. He's my max effort player of the game tonight.
Well, he led the receivers, 5 catches for 95 yards. I said we had 210 yards passing or receiving. River Riley was probably 75% tonight. And some of the ones that he missed were the ones when he was throwing it away. So, but yes, Percival, had 5 catches for 95 yards and also had a couple of runs for 6 yards. So,
and I'm also going to go somewhere. We have our new this year, a teammate of the game. Tonight's teammate of the game brought to you by, gave us all without fanfares, brought to you by Harrisonville Insurance teammates, Lacey Dominic, sorry I talked to her about that, Lacey Dominic of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance. Give them a call for a quote today. I'm going to go with somebody a little bit that didn't get that fanfare tonight and was thrown into a tough situation late in the week, going into his first start as a sophomore, and I'm going to go with none other than Norris Vance. He got that touchdown scored on him late in the game, but I feel like, being thrown into it, he did a pretty good job overall tonight for Colby Knowles on the defensive side.
And, he's going to learn from that. I mean, he's going to be able to grow from this experience. We always talk about next man up. He wasn't probably expecting to play until yesterday, and so therefore mentally you got to get prepared. You're preparing physically and obviously preparing for the game in case you have the opportunity again, but if you're not, it's a different story whether you're going to be thinking about starting or maybe going in. So I agree with you. I think he did a great job, and obviously as well, Cecil stood up on the offensive side, taking, it looks like probably taking the snaps on the offensive side for him as well.
And that's just going to make you better later
Absolutely.
in the year with getting kids.
More depth.
And also want to give a shout out to our official outfitter, 4T's, proud to be outfitted every Friday night by C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing out of Clinton, Missouri. Give them a call. They do a great job. And also want to talk about Brad Sainer. I'll pull this up here so you can see it. One of our great sponsors, Brad Sainer. Let's go Wildcats. Rally towels coming your way to Memorial Stadium soon. So Brad Sainer, one of our great sponsors, and does a lot for the community. A good sponsor of Harrisonville Athletics. So that's pretty much going to do it. You've got something you want to say?
I've got one more thing, and I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again this week for those listeners. I'm going to give a shout-out to my wife again next week. At 5:30 to 6:30 is the public reception, and then at halftime she's going to be recognized as the Harrisonville Wall of Fame. So I want to give a shout-out to her. She's very much deserving of that, and also very much somebody that's really given back to her community, and so I'm excited and very proud to be her husband and have her in my family. So I want everybody that can be there halftime. If you can't be there at 5:30, and wish her well.
And I want to congratulate Denise as well. And I got to say, Gary must be in the doghouse because he's mentioned that both weeks. He's getting those brownie points.
I'm always in the doghouse, Chad. I mean, that's –
But, so bottom line is we had some fun tonight. We're glad everybody that stuck with us, everybody that got the chance to watch tonight. I will be gone next week, but I know we're in good hands. And I wish you guys luck next week because, I'll have a phone pulled out somewhere while I'm in Houston to make sure you guys got on the air at 6:30, make sure everything's going smoothly, and everything will be all right. But I know that I'm in good hands. Gary will be here with Jason Leary next week with the call. Of course, Larissa will be on the camera. Jerry will be back here producing it. But nevertheless, not the outcome the Cats wanted tonight, but the Cats played well into this one and had opportunities they just couldn't cash in. For Larissa Lamb behind the camera, for Jerry Forschler, for Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying good night from Kearney. We'll see you next Friday night in Harrisonville against Maryville.